What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the stream. Welcome to the watch party. We're going to watch some Stargirl tonight. And episode 12 of Stargirl, Stars and Stripes, part 1. So kick back, relax, put it on where you're at. Let's watch this thing.
Please just let me do the
Tiffany, I'll be here in a
Dad
second.
was a superhero, and now I'm a superhero too.
If this is remotely true, then our whole marriage is a lie.
Everything we are together is real. This family is real.
You need to go.
Barbara,
Get out of this house.
They were kids. Except maybe that big robot.
Then we should bring our children into this. They could help us find them. No, we agreed to keep our sons and daughters in the dark.
I remember who Stargirl is. Her name's Courtney Whitmore. Her stepfather is Pat Dugan. You might remember him as S.T.R.I.P.E.
Brainwave remembers who I am.
Okay, we gotta get out of here.
We'll take care of them. Stargirl, her sidekick, and her mother.
Henry. The boy, too. Mike. We can't leave a legacy running around.
Of course.
Love the tip-tastic, the fabulous pants. Can't say fabulous. Yeah. Fabulous. Oh, I got a kiss from Harley. What's up, sweetie?
Jordan, the orders have been given. Sportsmaster and Tigress are on the hunt. Courtney Whitmore
What's that?
and her family will soon be distant. Dr. E12 is preparing his machine.
What's up, guys?
Dad, hang on.
What's up, Mark?
Where does that go? Dad, no, Dad.
Dude, I'm popping it.
Dad, what's in there?
What do you think I went to go get?
Broadcast. The gambler will trigger a communications blackout across the United States, blinding the Pentagon, routing the attack through Moscow. By the time they realize it's coming from within the U.S., it will be too late. Amplified by Ito's machine, my powers will extend far beyond Blue Valley. There will be a significant cost to the process. But after I finish reprogramming their minds, they'll share our values. They'll think like us. They'll fight for us if need be. After all, I doubt the rest of the country will accept our secession quietly. After all this time, your dreams of a better society, of a new America is about to become reality. Your wife would be very proud.
Let me know when Stargirl and her family are dead.
He doesn't look as good in green leather.
No.
Is this the last one, or is this there's one more?
One more. And guess where we're going to be?
Having fun?
Uh-huh.
Albuquerque?
What else do we need?
We're going to miss the season finale.
Bags, I think.
Where are they?
Upstairs, hall closet. I'll get them.
I'll get my staff. Okay.
Okay.
She's still getting used to it.
So, who takes their kids out of school in November to go camping? What are we having, Thanksgiving up there? Don't tell me we got a killer on turkey.
You
I'm
didn't
not doing
tell
it.
any of your friends about this, did you, Mike?
Tell them what? I don't know anything.
Yes. Both of the
Sure,
green
Courtney knows why we're leaving.
arrows do.
Okay, don't touch that, okay, Mike? I brought you down here because I want to explain something to you, okay? And it's something that I really
gonna tell him
have no
finally?
idea how to explain. So I thought that if I just showed it to you, that
Listen, I need to see some other boring old car that you'll turn into some metaphor about life. Just tell me, please.
Okay, Mike, this isn't about an old car, okay? This is about, hey, put that down and listen to me.
The birth of a
I'm
villain.
serious.
Stop treating me like a little kid, because I'm not.
Says the kid who's like half his size.
Mike,
Sick of it. Stop.
I'm sorry. Mike? Hello?
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Crusher.
Hey there, Pat.
What are you doing up so late? And how'd you get in here? Is there something I can help you with?
Max says Mike is the kind of kid
You know,
that
I gotta
doesn't
hand
do
it to
well
you,
be
bud.
left in the dark.
You really
He also said he likes to
shocked the hell
pillow.
right
So
out of
it's
me.
not a very small.
You really did. I never would have thought you had it in you.
So what are we talking about here?
Come on now.
Can you put Enoch?
No more secrets between friends. It really hurts my feelings. You never telling me about your big robot? Where is it? Where you hiding it? It's in there, isn't it?
Crusher, I think maybe you need to relax a little, because, well, I think you got it all wrong.
You know, Pat, I gotta say, as famous last words go, I'm underwhelmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang. I hate when that happens. Not very good wire work.
Lovely home you have.
That's awesome. What's that guy girl's name? The weirdo with the eye
Did you
patch?
know? All that cardio's paying off. I'll tell you what, Pat. Let's do this old school. You and me. What do you say? Yeah, I like that.
What? A Poindexter Lounge t-shirt?
Come on. What do you got, Dugan? Punching power comes from the hips. Yeah, come on, the hips. Let's see it. You want to try again?
Yeah, I'd actually like to do that.
Better. I like you, Pat.
See, his wire work is better than his wife's. She does her wire work, and I don't know if it's because she's so skinny, but her wire work sucks. She went to go jump, and the staff stopped her, and she went like on her stomach. It was funny. What's up, Gavin?
Did you really think you were gonna come to Blue Valley? Stop us?
watch the sun come in and save them.
Yep.
Crusher. Stay away from my kid.
Oh!
That's a punch.
I like that tool.
Sorry about the door. Cord. I know, it's dangerous.
Amazing.
We should
Mom's
go.
liking her superpowers.
Mike, you okay?
What the hell is that?
I was trying to tell you.
Who's that?
That's a robot I built. And that's an old friend of mine.
So, you built that?
Yep.
That's so badass.
Yeah, I'll explain it all on the way to the cabin. Bring the drill.
Sure you're okay then?
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe like a shovel or something in the dryer.
All right. See, Mark? We aim to please. Popcorn in hand.
Mark responded to me. He says, "Does anyone look good in green leather?" Because I had said that he doesn't, and I said, "Yeah, actually, both of the green arrows do." Troy said, "I saw Stargirl episode 12 last Sunday on DC app." Mark said, "Me too." J Money said, "What's up, Hollywood Enosh? LOL." Mark said,
Hollywood Enosh.
Mark said, "Touche." Tiff."
H-E.
Down.
H-E. I like it, J Money. I'll take it.
Troy says, "No commercial break." Mark says, "Mike is the kind of kid that doesn't do well being left in the dark." Then Mark said, "Would you like some popcorn with your butter?" And I said, "Isn't that how everybody has it?" Then Dan says, "Stargirl is leaving DC app and going straight to CW for next season."
Yep.
Troy says, "Yeah, Dan, I'm sad about that." Mark says, "WB needs to consolidate all of their properties in one streaming service, HBO Max, DC Universe, etc. I would pay a bit more for one service that had it all than all these separate ones."
Well, DC Universe will end up either going away or probably becoming a comic repository, and everything will end up probably going over to HBO Max, because that's kind of what they're doing right now. They're kind of setting it up that way, because, I mean, they've already canceled. We know the DC Universe is probably just not even going to be around anymore. I mean, if it is around, it'll just be for the comics, because they've canceled annual memberships. So you can't have a recurring membership anymore. So that tells you right there that it's going away, and it'll go to HBO Max. Although, if they're going to do that, they better get HBO Max on Roku pretty quick.
Here, move your face. I'll get it.
Because this crap about, that's why I haven't signed up for it, because you got to watch it on your phone.
And then
And who does that? I mean, I know people do it, but you want to be able to watch it on your TV.
Gavin said, "Hi guys." Mark said,
Gavin.
"I canceled my HBO Max just because I got a better DC content on DC Universe and better Crunchyroll on Crunchyroll. Their Studio Ghibli stuff was nice though."
Who said that?
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. The only problem is DC Universe ain't going to be around for much longer. I haven't made the leap yet to HBO Max because
Troy says, "No, Mark, don't cancel HBO Max. I heard DC app might be shut down." Mark says, "I already did. LOL, I can sign back up if they improve their listing."
Mhm.
Mark says, "I got an annual membership on DC Universe, so I'll wait until that disappears first."
When did you sign up? Because they said they canceled annual memberships.
Gizmandias714 says, "Dope dogs." Mark said, "Enosh, where did you get that big pillow?" Because I said, "You bought this for me." In this Walmart?
I think I got it at Walmart. been a couple of years now.
Soft, yeah.
It is a dope pillow. She left this morning, and she left it in bed. And I was all cuddled up to it myself.
The dogs have been loving it too. Isaac says today I found all the Injustice 2 comics and then Injustice 1 Year 1. So now I just need to find years 2 through 5.
Vilka art är passande kuna.
She wouldn't have ever seen the life together.
We'll pick up with
Det ska
McLovin.
bli inte länge nå.
Love it. Love picking up with McLovin.
Ska vi fortälla ham, Cameron?
Nej.
Ja, han är gammal nog. Det är födelserätten hans.
Ja, det är på tiden att fortälla ham vem familjen hans egentligen är.
Det är på tiden att fortälla ham allt.
Steven, yes. Are they? I understand.
Vad har ni?
Small complication.
Mark says their accents in Norwegian are a bit hard on the ear. She's definitely not a native speaker.
Isaac, what are you doing here so late? Isaac, sweetie? What is it?
This guy, he was calling me a super turd, and today he tripped me down the stairs and tore my new jacket.
You know, when your father was a child, he was picked on for playing his favorite instrument too. But he never stopped pursuing his passion. He never let anyone else define him. And eventually they stopped bothering him.
Why?
Because he joined the Injustice Society.
Because he took the bow of his violin and put it through one of their eardrums. They never bullied him again.
Sounds like the music to Insidious.
It does. Are you going to try the tuba?
Really, where are you going to put a tuba? Jeez. Don't make that kid mad.
Every time he walks,
Hey guys, stop making fun of me. Did I mention that today is mine and Tiffany's 8th anniversary?
It's the 8th anniversary on live stream.
Yep.
Popcorn.
8th anniversary is popcorn and live stream.
It's actually perfect.
Let's get inside. Hey, hold on.
Ooh, you know what that means? It means you and I tonight can have a ghost moment. We make some pottery. Oh, my love.
I bring forth a feast fit for kings and queens.
KLC.
And loyal steeds.
Mark says yes, the 8th anniversary is butter up. I made a big robot, and by the way, your sister.
Remote control.
When are you gonna teach me how to drive that thing?
Never. Let's get in there.
That's everyone and everything coming tonight, right?
I hope so.
McLovin!
Where is it? Here it is. McLovin says, Enosh, your cybernetic organism streaming 24/7, my man.
Telling you, man. I might just do that. Hey. Calm yourself. Harley. it's a day when you got to tell Harley Quinn to shut up.
Smoothie boobs.
We might have to do that. We might have to go for like a record or something, like do a
I'd just
24 hours of
fine
stream.
with you, seeing you on our anniversary.
You can do it with me. We could party.
On our anniversary.
No, not our anniversary. I'm saying we could like schedule a thing where like
Mark
we
says
do a
my
stream.
DCU membership ends on August 2021, so I guess they'll keep it at least until next year. Then I can switch over to Max.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mark says sorry, not August 2021, December 2020.
Oh yeah.
Darth Tasty says, "What's up, everyone? Can't you cast from your phone? Wait, can't you cast from your phone to your TV? I do it all the time with mine."
That's what I asked, because that's what I do. And we got a Roku as well, but until we got the Roku, I was always casting, and then also you could like mirror, because I got the smart TV. But some people are saying they're having a hard problem with it. Now, I will say this. When we first got DC Universe, what was it, 2.5, 3 months? I could not cast to my TV. It ticked me off. I was literally, I made huge complaints to DC Universe. I was on with their customer service constantly. Because I told them, I said, this is bullcrap. You had me sign up. It says that I can cast it, but the thing it would never cast, and then I had to trick it. Like, I could do it, but I had to do it, I can't remember what I had to do it, but I had to do it like a certain way, and then I couldn't fast forward, I couldn't pause it, basically I couldn't control it, at all. I could get it to work, but once you got it to work, well, you had to sit down and just watch whatever it was, because you had to trick it, like, finagle it a certain way. And then finally one day I sent it, and it worked.
Troy says Stargirl is a great show.
It really is. It's very light. I like that, but it's got some really good moments.
Darth Tasty said Target has giant pillows, Mark. Mark also said their accent in Norwegian is a bit hard on the ears. She is definitely not a native speaker. Isaac said next week will be interesting. Mark said Target and Walmart, America's to-do list. Troy said Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol, and Stargirl, my favorite shows. Osmandias,
It's too bad we're not getting more Swamp Thing.
Osmandias said Dark Knight, Metal, or Batman Last Night on Earth. Mark said what a role model. J Money says, yeah, Max still needs more content, so I think everything will end up on HBO Max. The Masters Daily said, do you think The Flash and Stargirl will ever do a crossover?
Yes.
Mark said,
Definitely.
not sure, but that'd be cool.
Well, they're in the same Berlanti universe. And she's supposed to be on Earth too. So I would even say that at some point, what's her name should show up. Jesse Quick.
Mark said, congratulations about you saying it's our anniversary, and said thanks for spending it with us.
Thank you.
Then he said Butter is the 8th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
J Money said, why Enosh HBO Max isn't on TVs yet? It's only on phones. No way I am going to buy that until I can watch the Snyder Cut on my TV.
Exactly. Well, by the time that happens, it will be on TV. Look, these things, the problem with Warner Brothers that I've noticed, excuse me, when Disney rolled out theirs was ready to go because they were Disney. Warner Brothers should have the same carte blanche as Disney. They should have been on the thing. I mean, because my TV has a set of apps that I should be, I mean, Disney was right on there. As soon as Disney launched, Disney was on there. So I don't even need a Roku. It should be on my TV. DC Universe never showed up. And I don't know what the deal is with HBO Max. HBO Max should be on either my TV or the Roku. They should have had that figured out when they rolled it out. They should not have had to deal with it this way.
Gavin said, congratulations again, Enosh and Tiffany.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Gavin.
Brought to you by Bath and Body Works.
Stargirl dead?
You had a choice. Watching my son for any signs of his latent abilities developing.
But I did.
If I had known his telepathic powers were emerging, I may have been able to help him. I would have done anything.
dead. Guarantee he ain't dead. I don't know how, but...
Listen, Doc. You know what would have really helped Henry? Is if you weren't lying in a hospital bed, wearing adult diapers while the rest of us were picking up your slack.
I'm just gonna trick him into opening it.
Do you know what your father truly thinks of you, Sid? He sees you as a failed experiment, nothing more.
My father loves me. You liar.
That's why you're in
Why would I
seven.
lie?
Why are we arguing? Just let me out of here so I can help you. I could be a valuable member of the Injustice Society.
We feel the same way your father does. We don't want you.
It's a weird looking outfit.
Dr. King, are you ready for the test?
Oh, yes.
I agree, Isaac.
That's a place you don't want social services showing up to do a welfare check in. Let me show you the dungeon.
Which we're showing up to a dude with a mask and boots.
He's my favorite bad guy.
Remember?
Yeah. Always got to be a device. Always got to be like a mechanical something, right? To take down. With old school dishes. All of that.
Very Star Wars-y.
That's very X-Men-y. It's Cerebro. It literally is Cerebro. Somebody's going to get a copyright claim.
Before we begin the test,
Only if you
Dr.
don't
King,
fall.
there is a risk.
What kind of risk?
This could either cause
Anal
a vertigo
seepage, explosive diarrhea,
cell in your prefrontal cortex is going to
withering
melt,
testicular cancer.
and your spinal cord will turn into slush.
Slushy cord.
Understood. Continue.
Why not? He's already been a vegetable. Doing that at the planetarium.
They made one of those giant things to put your hands on and the electricity goes to your hand. Next season they make a giant lava lamp. Hey. Wash it. Harley. Stop. Get in here. Oh, she's looking at deer. And we have deer in our backyard.
He just grabbed his leather.
That can't be a good smell. Charred and cracked.
I heard their voices. Millions. It's going to work.
Wonderful.
Here we are, a nation divided.
Oh, stop it. Who is this? What company is this? Why is it a nation
Harley,
divided?
quit.
We're only divided if we want to be. Old Navy. Yeah, leave it to Old Navy to suck up to that. You don't have to be divided, nation, world. It's up to you. It's up to you to care about
Isaac
your fellow
says Shining
humans.
Knight has become one of my favorite characters over the past few weeks. Kavari says, based on how good Stargirl is, I have no doubt that HBO Max Green Lantern series will be good. Kavari said, thanks to Jeff Johns. Gavin says, at Isaac, where are you, mate? Isaac said, I'm at my other parents' house this week. Mark says, if you have a Mac and Apple TV, you could cast it to your TV through the browser. And then Gavin said, okay, mate, see you next week. Darth Tasty said, happy anniversary. I use a program that came with my Android phone. I can cast all of my streaming services through that. That works too.
Mm-hmm.
Mark says Android to Chromecast could work too, probably. Darth says the DC app is on my TV. Darth also says that's what I use, Mark, when the app is not available on my TV. And then Mark said right on.
You got decent. I wonder what kind of TV you got.
Isaac says, I think Dragon King's daughter will turn good and help the JSA stop Project New America.
Oh, that's possible.
Then Mark said, Enosh, the popcorn goes in your mouth. Oh.
I know. You know, Mark, you have not joined me.
Don't,
I'm not.
miss.
Mark, you have not joined me for my... Hey, stop it. You haven't joined me for one of my late night shows in a while. You came on that one, and I have not seen or heard from you since.
Gavin said, did you see the episode already, Isaac? If so, what did you think? I liked it and would be an 8. That's what Gavin said. J Money said, Enosh, I thought Jesse Quick was announced dead during the crisis. They didn't bring everyone back, did they? And they said Arrow couldn't bring everyone back to life.
Yeah, but I there's a lot of people, myself included, that just feel like she's not gone.
Mark says the worst part of the episode is when Courtney dies. Oh wait, is that a spoiler? Just kidding. J Money put Cerebro with a bunch of exclamation points. Gavin says that's what I think, Isaac, because they keep saying that they don't need her. Darth said no spoilers with a laughing emoji. Mark said make.
Oh yeah, you should have saw Robert Meyer Burnett last night. Accidentally.
I don't want to miss any of this.
No, I'm not. Accidentally gave. Yeah, it's still not on our selection.
Mark said make America Cerebro again.
It's still not on our selection of apps for us. We have Peacock. We got Disney Plus. I got a Vizio TV. So everything's on here. I mean, except for the ones that really want. But no, Robert Meyer Burnett last night. I don't think he realized he did it, but a couple of people. I think it was was it McLovin? They got upset about it. That whoops.
Yolanda?
Spoiler
Are you okay? Are you thinking about Henry? No. Because there's nothing I can do about it.
That'd come in handy, wouldn't it? Lie detective.
Look, Mark,
Lie detector said that was a lie.
Are you reading my lad?
It's my dad's journal.
He was investigating the Injustice Society long before you were. They killed him. And my mom. Sent
Solomon Grundy after her. And I think that that's because my dad found out exactly what they were doing in Blue Valley. And I'm betting that that secret is in here. But it's all written in some kind of code.
How do you have a good puzzle?
Yeah. The equation on the last page is the key. But I'm missing a number. You see that? That's all I need. I've tried. My mom's birthday, my dad's, mine. I don't know what else it could be.
Well, all good things come in due time.
According to Pat, I've got tonight to figure it out. Less than 8 hours,
No pressure.
to be exact.
Ric Flair shows up.
Do you have any ideas, Justin?
I said it was.
I know, I think I'm only one too, but I was thinking it's also Ric Flair.
I'm going to go clean the bathroom.
Four Horsemen can come and take out the Injustice Society.
Have a blast.
We love you guys. Just thought I'd tell you that.
Hey,
So you're, patrolling.
keeping watch. Yeah. Don't worry. I think we're pretty safe out here, Mike.
Yeah, you're safe. Got a magic staff.
So it's 2:36 for me right here. I have to
Right,
back to work
staff.
for the rest of the show.
Little robot.
All right, man. It's always good hearing from you, Mark.
You know, you're so lucky the staff picked you. I wonder if I would have found it first. Maybe you would have picked me.
Nope, because you're a brat.
Maybe.
I'll tell you one thing. Would have made my paper out so much easier.
True.
I know you're my stepsister and all, but kind of hot.
Could I try it?
Go for it.
He's gonna be the new Stripe-C.
That'd be cool.
Staff's like, show's called Stargirl. It's Starboy. Barnacle Boy.
So do. You know, my dad doesn't have any special powers either. But he still builds Stripe, you know?
He looks like a young Dax Shepard.
Maybe one day I could do something like that.
I love that idea.
What you say?
I see the Dax Shepard.
That'd be super cool.
I am gonna rip that little asshat's arms right out of his sockets.
The boy?
Yeah, the boy. Stripe-C, I had him. It's a damn kid that surprised me. My back is killing me. How about you?
What's her name?
Owen. What are you doing here?
Jordan's
Came down
helping
from Georgia.
to make sure you don't fail a second time. We don't need your help.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Smash him over the head with your violin?
I'm going to immobilize them. They'll be standing still, making them impossible to miss, even for you two.
Targets that don't move. Now, what fun is that?
This isn't about fun, you sadists. You get too much pleasure from this sort of thing. You both relish in violence. I feel sick imagining how your daughter's gonna turn out. She's a wild animal, just like her mother.
You saying we don't love our tribe?
Shoot fits?
No, I'm saying you're unfit to be parents.
That was a little weird.
I love you, baby.
Stop. That is what they're barking at.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this before we got married?
Stop, guys.
Everyone that ever knew, they ended up dead. Sylvester's parents were kind of every eye. I was hoping that this life was behind me. And when I met you, our family was all that mattered to me. If I'd have known the truth about Blue Valley, things would be a whole lot different.
Guys.
Are we gonna be okay? I mean, you and me.
I want us to be.
Thank you. Yes, I love you too.
Chicago. Okay, so
I love you too. I do. I love you too. Good dog. Good girl. Calming down. Oh. Got puppies on the left of me, puppies on the right. Here I am. Stuck in
Isaac
the-
says, yes, Kevin, I watched the episode Sunday night and Monday, then watch it again on Tuesday with everyone.
Calm down. You don't have to go after him. You're welcome.
Master Daly said on the Flash season 6 episode 18. Okay, she needs to stop.
You need to stop. You need to calm down.
In the Flash season 6 episode 18, there was a flashback where Barry was in the season 1 suit. So if Crisis changed, there had to be no other Earths, and Barry was the season 1 at that point. Then who reached him? Masters Daily reached him through lightning. Mark says isn't this sort of plot of X-Men Apocalypse? This is what he was saying about what's his name.
Oh, yeah.
Isaac says, and that's true, J Money, they didn't know the multiverse still exists. So Jessie could be dead, or she could just be on another Earth. J Money says Cerebro is a huge part of the X-Men in general, not just in Apocalypse. It's something Professor X uses to enhance his ability to find and connect with mutants all over the world, sometimes even further. Cerebro is a huge part of the X-Men, and it sent twice. J Money said, Isaac, they announced Jesse's dead before Arrow created the new universe, though. Mark says, your late night shows are when my wife gets home from work, so I'm usually prepping dinner and getting offline for a while. Is what he had said to you, not being on.
Gotcha.
Brandon Reviews says, hey guys.
What's up, Brandon Reviews?
J Money says, Darth Tasty, is that TV to get in your opinion? Is that the TV to get in your opinion? Mark says, J Money, I meant that Apocalypse was trying to take over their minds of all peoples in the world, not really the cerebral part. Brandon Reviews says, I'm not sure how I feel about the Stargirl is shot. I just feel way too cheesy to a degree, but it does have a certain charm to it. By the way, I love y'all's channel and keep doing what you're doing.
Who was that?
Brandon Reviews.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. I still want to do a collab with you, man. Now, hey, you know what? And now it's easier than ever because of being able to use Streamlabs and stuff. Or not Streamlabs, yeah. So hit me up again because I know that we talked about doing something, man. And it was like a lot harder back then trying to figure out how we were going to do it, with the whole online thing. But I still seriously want to do that, man. So hit me back up, and if you don't have Streamlabs, it's all right because I can send you a link and you can come on the channel, and we can figure it out. If you have Streamlabs, we can figure out how to do it back the other way, and I can be on your channel or whatever. We can make it happen.
J Money says, Isaac, I believe I was actually in one of the early episodes of Crisis when planets were being destroyed. Mark says, okay, and then he mentioned he had to go. Mark said, right back at ya. Brandon Reviews says, do you know if she has any Flash news? when does Flash come back next year, right? J Money
Right.
says, Darth Tasty, yeah, it could be an LG. They were talking about the TV. Gavin says, I just started your season 5 Flash watch-alongs. Do you remember what happened on your first one? And the one where you all had to scram up the stairs to the bedroom?
Oh my gosh. What was it that happened? Something happened to the TV. The TV was acting funky and it wouldn't come in. That's right.
So we ran upstairs.
Oh my gosh, that was season 5. That's
all of
right.
us ran up and sat in our bedroom.
Wow, that's the awesome part about some of those live streams. Like I don't remember exactly what happened on each one of them.
I remember what that.
I remember that
episode was
happening
because all of a sudden we're like, okay, to the bedroom.
Yep, I
The
remember that.
Batcave.
I remember who said that?
That was Gavin.
Oh, Gavin, yeah.
He says I'm watching your season 5 watch-alongs, and then Gavin says, "Wow, look at that deer." To when you went.
Oh, yeah.
The window.
Are we back? No, not yet.
No. And then Masters Daily says, in the new Crisis timeline, who taught Barry to throw lightning? Fake Jay didn't because there is no other Earth, and Barry is season 1 suit, so he is in season 1. So what are you thinking, Ash?
Well, there are other Earths because they didn't do away with all of them.
I thought Crisis it went down to 1 Earth.
No. So it didn't do what Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comic book, did. It actually still created. That's why we still had all the other Earths with like Titans and Swamp Thing and all that stuff, and all those things they showed at the end. And Superman, Brandon Routh, Superman and stuff, because it made Earth prime. Our heroes are all on Earth
I am liking
prime.
that. I agree, Isaac.
Having trouble?
Oh. Talking to Night.
What do you think? I know there's a number that'll unlock that code. Tried birthdays. Then I figured my dad was Hour Man, so I tried 60 seconds. 12 hours, 24, nothing.
Okay. A number. What else did he care about that had a number?
Who the hell knows, Pat? I never got to know my dad because of the ISA.
So what about his car? Anything there?
Car?
The Mustang. I mean, I don't know. I'm just...
Wait. The 1966 Mustang?
It works.
That's it. Right there.
Rick.
Stripesy.
Scan this. The formulas were the coordinates of a map for the tunnel, so my dad must have gotten down there and scoped it out.
I'm scanning the journal now.
Nice.
Some Green Lantern stuff.
This map my dad made, those are the tunnel entrances. Here. This is their meeting room. And there. This is where they're building some sort of machine.
What machine?
The equipment they stole, the satellite codes. They must have used those to build something.
Something big. Chuck thinks they built something he calls a synaptic amplifier. It's meant to transmit.
Brainwaves.
So Henry's dad can reach somebody else's mind. Millions of somebodies.
But why?
Maybe those creepy guys in the tunnel were just a test run.
Right. And now they're getting ready for the big rollout. Are they going to try to make everyone else zombies? Or?
No, I don't think that's their American dream. Like Blue Valley, they want to have people follow their vision and join them, and I guess follow without question.
Right, but not if we destroy their machine.
Rick, is there a tunnel that S.T.R.I.P.E could get through?
Yeah. The river. But don't think I'm not coming with you.
No. You, Yolanda, and Justin should enter from the opposite side of town.
You want us to split up?
only to try to avoid detection. But we'll meet back up at the machine.
Well, you guys go destroy the amplifier. Chuck and I can take down the computers running the show. We've traced the town's electrical surges to the American dream. Chuck thinks he can access their system from there. You know, hack the hackers.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Beth.
Barb, I don't want you going anywhere near this place.
Well, you'll let a 15-year-old go? I'll be 16 in May.
If there's a problem, I know that building better than anyone else.
Starts going vanilla ice. If there was a problem, yo,
All right.
I'll
I
solve
don't
it.
like it, but
Check out the
what
football
choice
team.
do we have?
So, we've got a plan.
So, what's my job?
Sit there and shut up.
You, Mike Dugan, have the most important job of all. You're gonna look after the dog, okay?
Is that really all I'm good for, the dog?
It's an important job, buddy. Do it with pride.
Actually, you know what? I'm excited for this. Let's do it.
He's gonna become a bad guy. Because you won't involve me.
Yep. I hadn't thought about that.
Gavin says you still got that big flash face. Isaac says only people that knew Oliver would only remember everything pre-crisis. Everyone who didn't know Oliver doesn't remember anything that isn't pre-crisis.
Stop.
J Money says, guys, I'm sorry, some of my messages are resending. My Wi-Fi is so trash.
Sorry.
Masters Daily said, well, what about Zoom? In the pre-crisis timeline, Zoom wanted to destroy the multiverse, but in this new crisis timeline, Zoom has to do something else, and Team Flash stopped then.
Harley. Harley, get down. Harley. Get down, both of you. Come on. Good girl. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's my nose. Hey, what's my hat? Okay. Now what? Hey, I didn't say go back over there. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Masters Daily said, what about this, about Zoom? In the pre-crisis timeline, Zoom wanted to destroy the multiverse, but in this new crisis timeline, Zoom has to do something else, and Team Flash stopped by, then I guess the same. So, why so Black Flash will come back, but what did Zoom want? So Enosh, what's your thinking?
I think a lot more is just restored than, I mean, because we haven't seen like definitive endings to like point in another way, and so I feel like a lot of stuff was just restored the way that we knew it. They just haven't addressed it yet. Because basically, I think that was the point, was to kind of make everything basically the same as it was before, with only slight deviations.
J Money also agreed with me. He says, I was literally thinking that kid is going to join the bad guys at some point.
I think the point of a lot of the CW stuff after it reset Crisis on Infinite Earth was basically just to bring the heroes into the prime world.
We're going to try. Okay, the password is New Kids on the Block. What's that mean? It's just random words.
New Kids on the Block is an American boy band who enjoyed success in the late 1980s and
And
early
KOTV.
1990s, and it sold more than 80 million records worldwide.
Okay, let's stay on mission, Chuck. We're in. Hey, guys, can you hear me?
We read you. Us too.
Okay. What? Last time I was in the tunnels, I couldn't communicate with anyone.
So it's good, right?
I guess so. It's just kind of weird. Like, why? Guys, I found some kind of countdown.
Beth, this appears to be the ISA's manifesto for the broadcast.
I think we have 35 minutes before they turn it on. Whatever they're going to make people believe in, they call it the new constitution. They want to combat global warming? Oh, wait. They want to force people to...
They're going to force people to what?
force them to embrace solar and wind power. They're going to eliminate discrimination over race, religion, sexual orientation.
You're kidding me.
Oh, and universal health care.
That sounds good. Is that not good?
Hey, Pat, are you sure we're on the right side?
There's gotta be something else.
I don't know, Mr. Dugan. The only other thing it says is that once the machine broadcasts, the process will take 30 minutes. If we don't stop them before then, it's permanent. Oh, here's more. It only affects fully developed minds.
What does that mean?
Adults.
Barbara is correct, but there is what you would call a catch to reprogramming developed minds like this.
A catch? Oh no.
What? Beth, what is it?
There are people who will fight too hard against the reprogramming process.
And what happens to them?
Their brains will shut down. They'll die.
How many?
25% of their target audience. Of 100 million people.
They're going to kill 25 million people?
Give it to a few million, yes. Good morning, everyone. You may be wondering what's just happened, so allow me to elucidate. Well, I just hacked into your hack of our hack, young lady.
He's streaming.
And with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
She's Dr. Midnight.
Is that right?
Guys, I don't know what to do.
Child, there's nothing to do.
We've only got 30 minutes before they broadcast.
You think you
Can't
have
see
30
now.
minutes to stop us from broadcasting? The broadcast begins at the 30-minute mark. It's 30 minutes until the brainwave is finished.
Always looks cross-eyed.
Mrs. Whitmore! Mrs. Dugan? Barbara?
Justin.
Pat, what do we do? Pat?
A new episode of Tell Me a Story is coming up next on the CW.
Don't kill your daughter and your husband.
Let's go.
Stargirl, season finale next Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Yeah. When does it come out on DC Universe? Monday?
Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday.
Can stream from the DC universe on, but not everybody has that.
I know. But it might be the only. I mean, but if we wait, we're not going to be able to watch it with anybody anyways. So I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Isaac said Zoom would just have a different history than post-crisis.
Yeah.
Master Daily says, I guess, but still raises a good question.
No, it's a great question. It's a great question because there are some things in Crisis that they just didn't answer. You know.
Jordan says, sounds like me with some of voice actors sometimes, lol. J Money says, I'm tired of Flash fighting speedsters though. That's my biggest complaint about the show. Almost every season's big bad is a speedster.
Who said that?
J Money.
Yeah, but J Money, I'll be honest with you. The worst seasons so far have been where he doesn't fight a speedster. I'm sorry, but the what's his name, the Thinker was a stinker. I really didn't care for that. I mean, first season we got him taking on Zoom. Well, Reverse Flash, I should say. I'm thinking comics here. We got him taking on Reverse Flash. Then we got Zoom. Then we got what's his name? Savitar. And then we got the Thinker. So those first 3 seasons, I mean, Savitar wasn't brilliant, wasn't great, but it was still decent, and it was still like.
It was janky him.
It was really good though. I still really enjoyed it, even though it wasn't as good as season 2. But the Thinker really wasn't that good. And then season 5 we got? Who did we get? Season 5 we got Cicada, which was another one that was just like, oh my gosh, it just lasts forever. And then this season, season 6, we got Bloodwork, where Bloodwork was actually pretty decent. Bloodwork was pretty good, but then at the end we got some more Reverse Flash, and it got better and it picked up towards the end. But see, they weighed down the end of the season with Mirror Master, with this new Mirror Master, and that was just. I'm sorry, there was just a lot of boring stuff that went on. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've had 6 seasons, and we've only had 3 speedsters that he's faced. So I mean, I don't know. I guess I think it's perceived instead of actual like what we've seen, because if we've had 6 seasons and we've only had 3 speedsters, then obviously he's not taking on a speedster every season. But he's also the Flash, so. You got to remember, like, he has certain villains that have a certain skill set, and speed is one of them. That's a big, huge thing in the DCU, and just the DC universe. And so, of course, I mean, because he's the Flash, of course he's going to take on speedsters. That's part of his shtick, part of his thing.
As it says, we don't know the history of Earth Prime post-crisis.
Yep.
Like how the Turtle has a different history post-crisis, they just haven't talked about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Masters Daily said...
King Shark does as well.
We had more non-speedsters than speedsters, but I want Godspeed for Red Death. Or Red Death to be the villain for season 7.
Be cool.
Isaac said, me too,
we
Masters Daily.
We did get some Godspeed. I forgot about Godspeed. We did get some Godspeed. I will give you that. But it wasn't a main villain, and like the fact that it like took over and we got it for a season or as a main villain.
Isaac said, me too, Masters Daily. We haven't had a main speedster antagonist since Savitar. Gavin says, at Isaac, what do you think is going to happen in Flash Season 7, as you normally get it right with your theories? All I want is Godspeed as a big bad. Masters Daily said, yeah, and Godspeed don't count as a big bad speedster, so I guess they will make Mirror Master the first half villain, and I hope a speedster villain. I hope Red Death. Isaac said, since they have to address the Bruce Wayne problem in Season 2 of Batwoman, I don't think we'll get Red Death yet. I say Godspeed or Reverse Flash, but more likely Reverse Flash because we haven't gotten him post-crisis. That's Isaac's say. J Money says, how many seasons ago was Savitar? We've had Reverse Flash for multiple seasons, Zoom, Savitar. I just want something different.
Well, hold on, though. Because Savitar was Season 3, but we only got Reverse Flash in Season 1, and here at the end of Season 6.
And that was partial Season 1. Because
yeah, and I mean,
we didn't know who he was because
right.
he was in the wheelchair.
That's
for
right.
the first
So
half.
really, So really, we haven't gotten Reverse Flash for even a full season yet. Because there's
even in Legends, he wasn't a full on. He showed up.
And to me, Legends
half
doesn't
and
count
half.
that. You can't count that towards the Flash.
Well, you never watched him.
Yeah, I don't think you can. But you can't count just because Reverse Flash was in the universe. He wasn't, taking on Flash. So if you're talking actual Flash, this is where I think goes back to like perceived, oh, they're just throwing another one at us or whatever. But Kavanaugh's Reverse Flashes was only in parts of season 1, a couple parts maybe of season 2 that we got him, and then it moved on and to Zoom, and then a little bit here at the end of season 6. I mean, they've peppered him in maybe a little bit where they've kind of talked about it, but that's actually been one of my, CJ Money, I'm really surprised that you say that, because that's been one of my complaints about the Flash, is the fact that Reverse Flash is his main villain, and we haven't seen enough of Reverse Flash as far as I'm concerned. There's so many more stories that Reverse Flash should be a part of, learning more about the negative Speed Force and all those things, and they've put those things off, man, for 6 seasons. They have not fully committed to bringing us Reverse Flash. I think the reason why is because I think that Reverse Flash is going to have something to do with the end of the series when it all ends, and so I think that they're saving him because they don't want to build up the story too much with Reverse Flash. That would be my guess.
Getting to the point with the glasses on. Isaac says, and if we do get Godspeed, I think he'll be teamed up with another villain, because I don't know how he could carry 20 plus episodes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be interesting because they could make it work, but they would have to. Oops. Hi, Tiff.
Gavin said cicada, ha ha ha. Masters Daily said, I guess they will do a 2-part villain story, 15 episodes for one villain and the other 15 for the others. J Money says, I actually liked the Thinker season because it was different. It was more of a mental fight. It wasn't the best, but it was good. Cicada was kind of dumb. And then Isaac says, I love the symbolism of the speedster villains. Reverse Flash is his past in season 1. Zoom is his present, and Savitar is his future if he goes down the wrong path.
Yep.
Isaac said, I like the Thinker too, J Money. Pop Culture Caleb says, heyo.
Heyo!
J Money says, I feel like King Shark and Gorilla Grodd shouldn't have been reduced to episodic villains, especially Grodd. Grodd should have been a big bad throughout an entire season. Masters Daily says, I like the idea of the Thinker, but the show did not do that great with the Thinker.
Now Grodd, I want to touch on Grodd because Grodd, there's only so much they could do with Grodd because one, I mean, the special effects to bring Grodd to life, right? Special effects, I mean, it takes a lot to do that, and plus, I don't know that Grodd's a great villain. Don't get me wrong. Grodd's a great villain, but I don't know that Grodd is the type of villain that can carry a whole season. Grodd is something you bring in for that physical, part of it because of his size and everything and physical stamina compared to Barry. But I don't know that you can get away with doing a full season of Grodd.
Isaac said, or the CW should adapt the story when Grodd gets the Speed Force.
That would probably make it a little bit better.
Pop Culture Caleb said something and then the message was deleted.
He started to say it.
Isaac said, if Godspeed was a main villain, there would have to be a lot of fillers for a full season. Jordan Farrell
But that
says,
story is
"What's up
interesting though
besides the ceiling?"
because they were friends, But, was there? What'd you say? What was the last thing you said?
Jordan says, what's up besides the ceiling? J Money said, no, Isaac, I don't want to see that with Grodd with the Speed Force on the show because then he's another speedster. Grodd is a formidable enough with his standard power base. And then Masters Daily said Grodd is good for at least 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, they bring him in and then let him go because he's very physical and they fight.
And then Gavin said, do you think they could bring in a new Captain Cold because of Crisis and the new Rogues? My thing is though, is I fell in love with him on The Flash, And then I fell in love with him even more on Legends, and his sacrifice on Legends. It sounds weird, but it's too soon for me.
I just have a problem with
really
I
like
have a
him.
problem with the fact they made Captain Cold a good guy.
If you see what they did with him on Legends, I'm happy with what they did because it's the arc that it took to get there, and when it finally did, it was like, you know what, that is completely fitting for him.
Yeah, but I just have a problem. I mean, I get it. People like the characters, and the characters have grown and materialized into different things, but to have Captain Cold and Heatwave as
Very good idea,
as
Caleb.
good guys, that's just weird to me.
Pop culture Caleb said, I think Grodd would have done well as an early villain, like if he took Thinker's place as the mental villain in the season, I would have liked it more, because Grodd is supposed to be a super smart gorilla.
Yep.
J Money says, remember Grodd has genius, intellect, and telekinetic power as well.
Yep.
Grodd is so much more than just a physical enemy.
Oh, I know, but the thing that really makes Grodd, at least in the show, the thing that makes Grodd like believable as a well, I mean, as a villain, right? Is that yes, he has the telekinetic issues, and that's good, and
Issues.
What's that? Issues.
Telekinetic issues.
I know.
Sounds like a teenager with problems.
Telekinetic issues. No, he's got. I mean,
anal seepage.
He's Grodd has anal seepage. Better clean his cage.
Well, you said telekinetic issues.
Somebody come clean it. He's pooping like a gorilla. No, I just think that, I mean, his size just lends a lot to your ability to know, like, you mix that with the other powers.
The brain and the brawn.
And he has the brain and the brawn, but it's definitely his.
What's up, Jeff?
Is that Jeff Lafelty? Yeah, he won the comic book this week.
Nice, go Jeff.
Which gets mailed out tomorrow.
J Money's. Oh wait, no, I read that. Isaac said, "I thought the actor of Captain Cold said he wants to return one day, but I could be wrong."
I just hope they make him a villain again.
Arkham-
Captain Cold is another one of.
With the way that
Flash's
they
villains.
did leave it, that it leaves it open for interpretation on how they could bring him back as the same thing. But if they did the multiverse thing, then they could get away with that.
Yeah.
Arkham Gaming says, what is your thoughts that Supergirl Season 2 going to CW, not DC Universe? Are you worried they're going to drag the episode out to 23 episodes like The Flash?
The Supergirl season 2?
Stargirl.
Oh, Stargirl season 2. Am I worried that they're going to do what?
What is your thoughts that Stargirl Season 2 going to CW, not DC Universe? Are you worried they're going to drag the episodes out to 23 like they did The Flash?
Well, it should be. It should be 23 episodes. The only reason that Stargirl is
Short season
a
is
short
because it's
season
their
is
first-
because it's a
pilot
mid-season
season.
it's a mid-season pilot thing. I mean, that's
See how they're doing.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I mean, it's the same reason Superman will probably be. I think Superman's 13.
Say 12 or 13.
12 or 13 as well next season, because we weren't going to get it till January. Before all this COVID thing started, we weren't getting it till January anyways. And so when you get a show that starts mid-season like that, you only get 12, 13 episodes. It wasn't 12, 13 episodes just because it was on DC Universe.
It's because they need to see
and I
how
don't-
it does.
and
They're
I don't
not gonna give you
understand-
a full season until
I don't understand this whole thing. I guess I just don't understand, guys, why people are upset that it's leaving DC Universe, because it's
Sorry,
already
Jeff.
it's already on the CW. It's already a CW show as well. Like it's on the CW. It's already produced by Berlanti, Greg Berlanti. It already has the exact same motif as all of the other shows. I mean, when you watch the end of the motif, it already has all that same stuff going for it. I mean, at the end of the show where it shows because it's got Berlanti's, little kids watching the TV thing and how they're doing the end credits and stuff like that to all the shows, how they fit in with whatever the show is, whether it's Supergirl, whether it's The Flash, whether it's Arrow stuff. All that's already there. So I mean, it just happens to be that they released it early on on DC Universe, and I know everybody's calling it a DC Universe show as opposed to a CW show, but I don't know what. I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference in quality. I don't see a difference in.
The only thing that Isaac said when he watches it on DC Universe is that there's certain things that are
It's
in the
less
episodes,
cut.
or they reconfigure it differently for the CW. But
Yeah.
if it's not on the DC network, then we're not going to know any different except for what they give us in the CW.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and like it all ends up going in the same place anyway. So I mean, if we could go back and watch the other, if we could watch it on DC Universe, if we watched it on DC Universe, I should say, then all that would do is just give us a little bit more in some places, and we wouldn't have commercials. There's not a lot about it that's like, there's nothing shockingly different. There's nothing that changes anything that we've seen. You know, there might be a couple of scenes that reveal a little bit more or deal with a little bit more stuff. But as far as it being like when everybody's, I guess when I just don't understand when I hear everybody talking about, well, it's not a CW show yet. It's a CW show. I mean, it's there. It's got all the qualities of a CW show. Even the special effects aren't any better.
Longer because it's one of those things where, you know, like you said, you didn't know what to expect. So when you get it going, it's going to be like the first, maybe second episode. You know, it's slow going because it's got to establish itself. It's got to get its feet underneath it. But I feel that this did so great right out the gate that it's like 13 episodes to me isn't enough. But I understand that they got to see, is this going to do well? That's why they do the 13 episodes.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, next season it'll be a full season.
I'm excited.
It'll be a full season, so
it looks like they got a lot of explaining to do. If you're ending the season finale commercial, when you have like the Avengers, like where they're all in midair, like towards each other, and then they're like, okay, see you next week.
Yeah, it'll end on a cliffhanger or something.
And then Gavin said, but don't forget, Grodd is good now with a question mark.
Yeah.
Jeff LaFelty says, hey, Enoch and Tiff, thanks by saying hi. Master Daly said, yeah, but could turn evil if the Flash doesn't do something right with Grodd. J Money said the special effects would have been the biggest issue for them to deal with, like you said, because of the cost, but if they could work that out, it would be great. Master Daly said, yeah, because for season 2 of The Flash, it took them a long time. Jeff just said, crap, I missed Stargirl.
Just missed it.
Master Daly said, I would love if Grodd was the villain for season 4 of The Flash, but unlike the Thinker, Grodd can be defeated easily, but still hard. And then J Money said, at Gavin, I was saying that they should have done with him, but he could be evil again post-crisis. And that's it.
Yeah, I just, I've loved what I've seen out of Stargirl so far. It made me care about Stargirl, to be honest with you. You know, I wasn't totally sold on Stargirl. Tonight's episode was really good, man. What did you think of tonight's episode?
I actually thought it was really good. It's got, I mean, they had to pretty much bring everything to a head so that they can just, you know, end it how they're going to end it on the cliffhanger, hiatus, COVID, not COVID, whatever they're going to end up doing. But, you know, besides a couple of little things here and there, I still think that the chick with the patch over her eye looks like a puppy dog. I don't know, I can't remember what her name is, but she drives me nuts. She's too skinny. She's got an attitude. Her wire work is crap. And I don't know if it's just because it's like she's got like the Matrix thing going where she floats because maybe she's so skinny her wire work can't keep up with her. I don't know. It just takes me out of it. Where like when you see her husbands or the dude that she fights with, I don't know if they're husband and wife or not, but when he does his wire work, it's like it seems like flawless. But I thought that the fight scenes were actually very cool today. You missed some of the first ones when you were making the popcorn. Because they were in the room, and then the mom, you know, they're trying to get out of the house because, you know, they're all trying to get out right away, and the mom goes to bend down, and and then all of a sudden, like, 2 arrows hit her, and because that bad girl was fighting her, and then Courtney's going downstairs to get the staff, and then you see her, like, jumping towards the mom, and then the staff comes and catches her in the stomach, the bad girl, and so it's like the fight scenes.
Yeah, I saw that.
So those kind of things were very cool, and I like that thing, but I like the fact that, you know, you're having these talks with Pat and her mom, and they're just like, you know, this is what we thought our relationship was. Now this kind of changes things, but I hope we can make it through it. And, you know, my daughter is a superhero, and, you know, I'm hoping that they can fix by next week the issue with Pat's son,
Yeah.
Is he gonna help them and be a part of the team finally, or is he gonna get mad and go with the bad guys?
Yeah, I hear you. That.
Thank you, Isaac. Tigress.
Tigress. I don't think that they're going to make him bad though. I don't think so. I think they're just writing him to be a.
But he has an attitude, but I understand. I mean, yes, he's a jerk. He can be a butthead, but it's also one of those things that he's being left in the dark. It's like they're not telling him. Then they finally tell him, like, oh, by the way, your sister's a superhero, and I make a ginormous robot, and we've got less than this much time until all the adult minds are taken over. While I'm in the robot, I'm going to try and fight your sister now, and
right.
So, but that's why I was joking, because it's like they showed him with the drill. He used the drill to hurt the person, to like save his dad. It's like, you're gonna be like Mystery Man. He's gonna be the driller. I mean,
the driller.
So, but I also agree with Isaac, and I would just like to see a little bit more out of the Knight. Because
that's things I don't understand how Isaac.
They've sprinkled it in throughout this season, and now that the adults are kind of being taken over by Cerebro, kind of thing.
I'm digging it.
I just want to see more.
I don't understand Isaac's comment that like the Knight has become one of his favorite things because he hasn't really done anything yet.
Difference of opinion.
No, I understand it's difference of opinion. I'm just wondering, like, Isaac, what you think that he's done that would make you feel that way, because. So far, he's just been.
Maybe what they're following. Maybe it's following close to the comics that.
Did he brought fried chicken?
No, I'm talking about the entire season.
No, I know, but he hasn't really done anything. He showed up with the sword, talking crazy because he was hearing voices and everything like that. And so I get that. I understand what he is, like what he actually is. But
I agree, Gavin.
So far, he's brought fried chicken.
Gavin says, and I still got nothing with that pen.
Nothing with what?
The pen.
Oh, yeah, we still got nothing with the pen.
Got one episode, that you're gonna wait till season 2, and it's just gonna be chilling in a room and be like, oh, by the way, guess what? This has powers. Master Daly said, so you think Grodd will appear in The Flash season 7, and what will Grodd do? J Money says, are you guys distracted by Stargirl's Britney Spears-like voice? It still takes me out a little bit, just a little bit.
No.
Jeff said, just got the Enterprise NX-01 diecast ship.
Nice. Who was that?
Jeff Glofelty.
Nice, Jeff.
And the Master Daily said, I think Enosh is tired because you keep falling asleep.
I'm not falling asleep, I'm just...
You're going like this. People see it. Gavin says, and still got nothing... I'm
thinking of The Thinker season 4.
And then the Master Daily said, I hope that the Flash fixed the Star Labs roof.
They better. They better. They got to fix that.
And
no, I've had a headache.
Arkham Gaming says, why hasn't DC Universe merged into HBO Max yet? What's taking so long? DC Universe is pretty much dead.
Well, that's true. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I've had a headache all day long. We got rain yesterday and all day today, and I've had just a massive... I don't know why Tuesdays have been rough for me the last, 2 or 3 weeks. I've had a headache. I don't get a lot of headaches, but when I do get a headache, it's just, So I apologize, but I'm not, it's not that I'm not interested, because I'm definitely interested and I'm engaged, but it's like, I don't want to sit here like this, but it's like, you got to remember too, from about Tuesday through yesterday, I've been in front of the bright lights in the studio doing live streams. And some of those days, one day I live streamed for 6 hours on different shows, and then another night I live streamed for 6 hours on our channel the next night.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff.
I mean, it was 12 hours in 2 days that I live streamed, and then the other streams and stuff, 2 hours here, 3 hours there. It's the bright lights, and then mixed today with the rain, just.
You don't make time to go to sleep, and then you have to go to work.
I got tension in my neck and stuff, and it's just...
J Money said, Enosh, are you doing a late night show tonight? I know you've been all over the place lately.
Not tonight. Nope, not tonight. Tonight, I am taking the night off, and me and this lady are going to spend some time together tonight and watch shows and do stuff. We started Umbrella Academy, season 2.
I started it. You didn't see the first 2 episodes. There's a lot going on in this new season.
Yep. And then we've also been watching F is for Family.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Jeff
how do you feel about F is for Family?
Jeff says I get headaches with my dizziness.
I don't get dizzy. I just when I get headaches, they're so some of you guys might not know this, but back in 2005 I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And if you watch a couple of the videos, like if you guys watch that video that I showed the other day of me with all the Superman shirts, you can see the back of my head when I had short hair. You can see the scar that I have, and it's right down. It's at the top of my neck, right at the base of my skull. Because back in 2005, I had surgery. They tried to get a biopsy of it because apparently the tumor is right at the base of my brain, right underneath my brain at my brainstem. And they tried to get it. They tried to get a piece of it, couldn't get to it, and then turns out they couldn't get to it at all. So they ended up doing some more tests and found out that it was a benign tumor, whatever. So that's the good news. Back in 2005, and I am fine. And I've never had a problem since. It's never affected me at all. It didn't affect me back then. They found it by accident because I had an MRI. But after they cut me open like that, now I get these really every once in a while, not a lot, but I get these tension like migraines that start at the base of my skull. I don't know if you guys watch channel every once in a while, like you'll see me like stretching out my neck and stuff because the muscles, they had to cut into the top of my neck here, and when they did, the muscles just there's all this tension right in there, and so I get these headaches, and it feels like somebody's pulling my eyeballs back through the back of my head is what it feels like. And so it feels like this, and that's why I'm kind of like that, because it's like I'm fighting it because it feels like I got to fight to just keep my eyes open. And yeah, it sucks, but I don't get them very often. Just like when the weather, like the barometric pressure, changes.
Comes down, it causes.
Yeah, and so today it rained in the morning, then it got sunny. Then it rained again.
And I didn't see any sun today.
Yeah, it got sunny for a minute. I
have a window, and where I work, I didn't see any sun today.
Yeah, it did get sunny for a minute where I was, but it just came right back, and so it just.
It was so bad I ended up having to go take a nap in my car for my lunch break today. Isaac texted me because they give you only so many characters or whatever on YouTube about the night.
Okay.
So he says, so it took me too long to type it in YouTube chat, and it would be too long for YouTube, so this is why. He saved Courtney without even thinking about it, just because it was the right thing to do. And a couple of weeks ago, he was the character that was, quote, lost, but now he's become the one that brings the tension down by being funny, by bringing KFC and saying a feast for champions and loyal steeds. And when he tries to help our man with the notebook, he doesn't know anything, so he's just flat out honest with that. And he says he'll become one of those characters that something will just click with him, and he'll be one of the, quote, higher-up characters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He said he's kind of like the Cisco from Flash and Tommy from Arrow mixed together. That's what Isaac said.
Really?
So that's why he says he likes the night.
I don't see the Cisco thing, but other than that,
behind the scenes, in the shadows at first. Well, because Cisco was kind of like that in the beginning, and then he kind of like grew into his.
Yeah, but once Cisco started using his powers, though, he was out there. I don't know. I guess I just don't see.
He hasn't remembered his powers yet. I think that when he remembers, it'll be more.
Yeah,
next season.
I guess I just don't see him that way, but that's fine. I see the other stuff. I see all the other stuff that you said there, Isaac.
Master says you can take 2 or 3 day break from YouTube because of your headache. Gavin says, are you having an anniversary dinner?
We are. We're going to make some crab legs. I've had some crab legs in the freezer for a while, and now it's time to throw them in a pot. Girl. Go and get some, some butter. Some melted butter all up on them crab legs. Some garlic. Some
Give me the protein, will help your headache.
Yeah, probably protein will help. Then also we're gonna throw in some a couple of red pepper flakes for some just some little pizzazz and some paprika.
Jake Money says you definitely should take a few days off of YouTube, get some rest.
Well, that's what next week. We'll talk about that, though, here in just a minute.
Master said, well, yeah, they had popcorn. Yeah, we understand, so don't worry about it. But it was what Master Daily said.
Cool, thank you, guys.
Jeff said, I had a brain aneurysm about 15 years ago.
Oh,
Miraculously, it went away on its own.
Oh, man.
That's why he gets dizziness with his headaches.
Yeah, my pastor actually had, well, he had was it an aneurysm or an embolism? I don't remember which one he had. Like only, was it 10% of people live?
He deals with migraines to the point of getting injections, like Botox injections in his head, his
Our
neck.
pastor actually wrote a book about
pain management.
About pain management because he has gone through so much, and how the guy like works through it is just amazing to me because there are some Sundays like you can tell he
goes in our green room. He only walks out for the sermon. It's like, but
he does
because
it.
The fact that we're on stage, I could not imagine, because I do deal with migraines, to the fact that I need to go in my room in a dark room and like make a cave and like sight, sound, smells are too much for me.
Exactly.
And to be on stage with those lights and the sound, it would just kill me.
Yep.
Darth Tasty said, that's rough, Jeff. Glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay too, Jeff.
I had a friend who had, sadly, he didn't make it. Cylon Scotty said, Enosh is delirious. Arkham Gaming.
I'm like, hey, does that mean I'm like Eddie Murphy? Delirious.
Arkham Gaming says, do you think we will see Bane in Matt Reeves' trilogy because the Bane solo that was supposed to happen and was canceled, and Matt Reeves said he's going to introduce all the villains in his trilogy?
Depends upon what's in his trilogy. If the rumors are to be believed, it's going to have something to do with Arkham. Yet it's all over the place, guys. I'm waiting to see a trailer on this one because honestly, they keep saying, first he said it's not year one, but then the outfit looks like something out of year one because it's a hodgepodge things. It almost looks like it's like full of, like, I think it's funny that they said
Bat nipples?
Well, no, not bat nipples. No, it's just that they said in The Dark Knight, right? Like Batman tells all the guys, that like, what's the difference between you and me? It's like I'm not wearing hockey pads. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Yet it almost looks like Robert Pattinson's wearing hockey pads. I mean, it looks a little strange, and the cowl looks weird. So, but I'm thinking it can be better. And the car is actually warming up on me. The car I'm actually warming up to, and I think actually could be pretty cool. Except for the fact it's obviously an early concept of what the Batmobile would be. So is his costume, and he's on a motorcycle out in the daytime on the Bat cycle. You know what I mean? So my question is if it's not year one, which it looks a lot like year one, especially with the motorcycle thing and the look of the suit. How are all of his villains in Arkham already? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's supposed to be like a long Halloween type of thing where you see all the villains and all this stuff, then like, how in the world does that work? I don't get the movie yet. I'm excited for it, and I definitely.
But he said, do you think that we'll see Bane in Matt Reeves' trilogy?
Maybe in the trilogy. Maybe by the end of it. It just depends upon where they start off. It depends upon where they start off the story. If they start off the story and it's like a he's already an established Batman and he's been around for a long time, then maybe we see it. If it's a Batman that's starting off young, I don't think that we should see it until later on.
That's funny, Darth. Jeff says, don't know if you know what the uses Thunderchild is. I'm getting that tomorrow.
What the what?
Thunderchild?
What are you getting a Thunderchild for? What's a Thunderchild?
I don't know. He says, I don't know if you know. So Jeff might have to explain that. Because we don't know. Jordan Farrell says, from the words of Sean Connery, you demand, dog. Simon Scotty says, honestly, man, get some rest. We love you. We want you to be well. You've been hitting it hard lately. We worry about you.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I'm not. It's not like that. It's not like that. I'm good. Trust me. I'm good. I'm good. And we will be taking some rest here, and like I said, I'll explain that. Well, actually, I just explain it right now. So, we're going on vacation, starting Saturday. So Friday night. So there will be no live show on Friday either, and we'll be gone for a week. And so we're going.
What live show are we doing on Fridays?
I was doing the talk show live on Fridays because
you.
because Saturday morning stuff I can sleep in on Saturdays, and so I was doing that. So there'll be no.
It's not sleeping in when you don't go to bed till 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning. I'm not going to bed at 10 in the morning. I love her, but she's
Waking up at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That's sleeping. Yeah.
2 in the afternoon. Get right. But no, so we're gonna go away on vacation. We're gonna hit the Southwest and do some stuff, but that unfortunately means, and I just realized this tonight, because we'll be driving next week, and so we won't be here for the season finale of Stargirl. We'll be missing the season.
Anticlimactic for everybody.
I know. Don't mean to make it anticlimactic for everyone.
Jeff says that's a Star Trek ship.
Oh, the Thunder Child? What's it from?
Just says sorry Star Trek ship.
I don't know what that is.
Darth Tasty
Is it like one of the things on CBS Access? Like, is it from one of the new shows or something?
Darth Tasty said, trailer? Just go to Cosmic Books or we got this covered. Totally legit news. Just as reliable as Mike Zero and Doomcock.
That's true.
With laughing emojis.
That's true.
That's from Darth Tasty.
True that.
Gavin says, Enosh, did you check up on the membership thing?
Oh, for the channel? So here's the thing. We didn't have, it's interesting that you asked that. We did not have the ability to have memberships. But we do now. And so I have to set it up. Once I set it up, I'll be releasing that. I'll probably wait till I come back from vacation to set up memberships, but we will be setting up memberships.
Astro just said, still digging through DC, so please help me. Who is Stargirl?
So Stargirl.
See what happened was?
So there's the Justice League, and that consists of our main heroes that we all know and love, like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's the Trinity of DC. They call it the Trinity, Holy Trinity.
He said from the movie First Contact.
Movie First Contact.
Oh!
Like, why didn't I remember that? Kick the camera. No, man, why didn't I remember that that's what it's called? Man, I must have a headache. Anyways, that just was not ringing a bell. I don't know why. So you got the main ones, and then of course, so in the Justice League you got, a revolving door of different, characters like, Green Lantern, Aquaman, The Flash, Martian Manhunter's usually in there, Cyborg is in there sometimes, and then for a while they had like a bunch of secondary characters because the main characters were out, but they were like honorary members and stuff like that. But in the continuity, it's a little weird because in some continuities, the Justice League is like the first arrival of these superheroes, but in DC in general, they usually play it off that what happened was before, years ago, and up to this point, I mean, now we're getting so far removed from the 1900s, from when these characters were created, because typically the Justice Society of America was founded in like the early years of the 1900s, so like 1930s, 40s, 50s, things like that. Now, obviously, with this, I kind of feel like with Stargirl, with the TV show, that they kind of played it a little bit wrong. But the older, like the adult characters, don't seem to be old enough to have done something way in the past. Do you ever feel like that? They're still pretty young. I mean, Pat is really not that old.
We also have an 18-year-old teenager, and we're in our 40s. So we would still be the same age that Courtney is, and we wouldn't be...
Yeah. I guess I just look at them that they should be a little bit older than that now. But anyway, so anyways, you had the Justice Society, which was made up of a whole different cast of characters. So you had Hawkman, you had the Flash, but it was Jay Garrick as the Flash, and it was a totally different type of thing. You had a Green Lantern, but it was Alan Scott, which was different than the Green Lantern that we have nowadays because he found his ring differently, and there was a whole thing that they had to retro it because Alan Scott was the first Green Lantern ever written. You've got, let's see, who else is in there? I mean, obviously the characters we got now, Hourman, Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, and there's a couple of other ones as well. But they formed the Justice Society of America, and they were just like they were a precursor to the Justice League.
There's a laser pen that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And someone has to wield that.
They were a precursor to the Justice League. And so Stargirl was a part of that. In this show, they kind of revamped her a little bit where Starman was a part of the Justice Society, and Stargirl is a girl basically who wields the power of this cosmic staff that is kind of sentient and helps her. And so Starman used to have that, but now Stargirl has it, and so she's taken on the moniker because Starman is dead.
When they said the Star Trek, when he said the Star Trek ship, Darth said, "Star Trek, Jeff?" And he said yes, and Darth Tasty said awesome, and Jeff said it was destroyed by the Borg, but it's a cool looking design.
Nice.
And then Arkham Gaming said, in the comics, Bruce makes his own Batsuit before Lucius Fox. So this 2 year after he is Batman in the trilogy, that's why the suit looks like it's from year 1, because he made the Batsuit.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that. But it's interesting because Matt Reeves flat out said that this wasn't like a start. So I just don't know.
Oh, Gavin said, seeing you won't be here next week, what will be the next watch along be? On the road again?
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Are you gonna live stream us singing Weird Al's Albuquerque as we pull into Albuquerque?
Got to. And hopefully we don't take a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry guys about the whole thing. We'll have to figure out though what the next watch along is. So apparently Orville's coming back. Season 3.
I thought it was on Hulu.
It is going to be on Hulu, but now there's this controversy because they're saying that after season 3 it's getting canceled again. It's going to get straight up canceled. So if we start seeing that that's true, there's some people who say it's a fake story, but there's a lot of people who are saying it's real. And if it is real, then I'm going to be ticked. I mean, beyond ticked. I'm going to be beyond ticked. We'll fight it.
Okay, so the fact that it's going on 10 now, what did you give the episode? You still never rated it.
What did you give it?
I asked you first.
You asked me first. Well, you were sitting here next to me on our anniversary, so it's an 8. So can't give it more than our anniversary, right?
I actually enjoyed it to the point of giving it a 9.
You giving the episode more than our anniversary?
Your fat's coming up.
That's coming up. No, it was a good episode. I really liked the episode. I thought it was done really, really well. And I've said, this show has been. I'll say this.
Nice, Darth.
You notice that this show has been very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has not been all over the place, and I appreciate that. There's not been like a really bad episode yet.
There's a couple things that you weren't like crazy happy about, but there was still enough around it to keep it grounded and just keep it.
There was one episode.
Awesome.
What did I give it? A 6, I think.
6 or 7.
Yeah, but that was.
For me, I still gave it an 8 or 9.
Yeah, but that's been the lowest I've given it of all season.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, the Flash can't say that.
No, because they're inconsistent at times. Even when they're like, "You go fight it," That's why I like when the mom's like, "I'm gonna go with you," and the son is the one that has to stay behind, not the Flash.
Yep.
Team
Yeah.
Flash.
No, that's this episode ends on a cliffhanger. It's a good cliffhanger. I like it. It's got KFC in it.
You gotta love when
It's got KFC in
when
it.
your stepdad is gonna like come at you with a robot fist, and you're like, did she make it? I mean, we know that she did, but it's like, I think that the boys would be a little frustrated if Robot You tried to hurt them because Cerebro is taking over your mind.
They might. I always hate that when that happens to me.
Wow. Isaac gave it an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. It had a great story and had a great setup for the finale, but like the other shows, it will all finish in the last episode. So what do you give it?
I give it. We give it an 8.5.
I thought you were gonna go with like holy moly. 4.
No. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I thought it was really good. I probably could have gone higher.
Nice, Jordan.
What do you think?
Master Daily says I give the episode 8 out of 10. Jordan says I give it free bagel bites.
Free bagel bites, so you don't even have to pay for them. That's always good.
Don't let Bruce know.
Do not let Bruce know. Bruce will take your bagel bites. Bruce is probably listening right now, getting ready to take your bagel bites.
Darth said you guys should live stream singing 101 bottles of beer on the wall. LOL.
Who said that?
Darth Tasty. On our vacation. Gavin says, what is Orville, Enosh? And then Jeff said, whoops, completely missed that show. Darth said, Orville is awesome. It's kind of like Star Trek meets Family Guy.
Dude, Orville is sweet. If you like Star Trek at all...
Jeff Fancy says, Orville Redenbacher?
No, if you like Star Trek at all, you're gonna like...
Sorry, Darth Tasty says, yeah, Jeff, he's the main character. They sit around and pop popcorn in space and tell jokes. Jeff says, sounds good to me. Sorry, that just hit me funny.
So the Orville is like it's supposed to be like a parody of Star Trek, but honestly, here's the thing. It ended up being better than Star Trek. Like as far as like at least new Trek. At least new Trek. I mean, as far but it's very close to Next Generation stuff. But it also had funny jokes in it.
If you like Star Trek.
But it also had funny jokes in it. But it didn't take over the show. It ended up being a serious show.
But then it
with
also
Seth MacFarlane.
it would also pull at your heartstrings, and there was a couple episodes that we teared up at.
Yep. So it stars Seth MacFarlane and
the redhead that's actually married to the chick that he was married to in the show, Seth. His second in command, his ex-wife.
Padecki or
the redhead. The redhead, and that is his best friend. They're married in real life.
Okay.
He's also the voice in American Dad of the son.
Gotcha. Oh, Seth.
No, not Seth MacFarlane. The redhead.
Seth Green.
No, the two guys that fly the ship.
Yeah.
The redhead. He's married to Palecki in real life.
Okay.
But the redhead does the voice of the son on Family Guy.
Yes, the son on Family Guy.
I mean, not Family Guy, American Dad.
American Dad. No, you're right, yes.
Because whenever the son on American Dad sings, you can really hear it. Because he did an episode where he sang, and I was just like, I see it, and he's got a beautiful voice.
No, you're right. Anyways, the show is really good. It's really well written, but the thing is like, they can be really super serious and really written well, and then all of a sudden they'll tell a butt joke. Or a fart joke, or something like that.
Or the one where he held in his pee for a year.
Yeah, the one guy.
They only pee once a year.
Yeah, the one guy, Bortus is what? It's been so long now since we've seen it.
We just need to watch.
What kind of? Again. Yeah, I can't remember what kind of.
He reminds me of the dude from Star Trek with the.
Yeah, I mean he's supposed to be like an old school Klingon, is what they're supposed to be. But Bortus, their species only pees once a year. And so they have to do a big, huge ceremony where he invites everybody in the crew to come and watch him pee because it's like their thing.
Jeff says it's streaming everywhere?
No, it's just on Hulu. It's just on Hulu now, I believe.
Gavin said he just finished Smallville Season 1.
Nice.
Master Daily said they don't need bagel bites. I need bagel bites.
Yeah, I believe it's on Hulu already because what they did was the first 2 seasons were on Fox, and the second season, oh my gosh, the ending looked like a movie. It's the best.
He does.
It's the best sci-fi stuff I've ever seen because he used some of the money that he's gotten from making Family Guy and everything else. He put American Boy. He put all that into this show to make it look as good as it could be, and it looks fabulous. But then
it's movie quality.
After season 2, Fox decided that they didn't want to have it on air anymore, and so they threw it up to Hulu. Well, Hulu took it, and Hulu is going to produce it. But we haven't heard anything.
Forever, which is losing steam because of it.
Yeah, we haven't heard from it forever. And then come to find out, they just released it a couple days ago. They're like, "Hey, coming soon." You know.
J Money says.
But then they said that there. But then there's this this rumor that it's getting canceled after season 3 already. Sucks.
J Money says, "Hey, is there anyone in here that's video game savvy as far as fixing systems and whatnot?"
I mean, I don't think systems. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Is it old school or new school?
So old school, we tore the school down.
Well, no, I mean, if it's like more like Nintendo and stuff, I'd say depends on what system, J Money. Okay.
Yep.
He said new. Isaac said it depends on the system. For him. Yeah, Isaac is our video gaming guru right now. He needs to start his own channel or at least add to ours.
But I am. If you guys are an old school gamer and you have your Nintendo and you're having the same problem that I've been having.
PlayStation 4 Pro.
And you're having the same problem that I've been having, being able to hook up my Nintendo to my smart TV because they don't have an RF connection. I am actually, a company is sending their product to me because I've bought a couple products now trying to hook it up with HDMI and they don't work. They'll either have the picture and no sound or vice versa. These people told me they wanted, so they were looking for people to
Darth and Isaac are on it.
they were looking for people to try out this product, and the thing is, I contacted them and I said, hey, I would be happy to do that, and they just wanted a review, and then when they found out that I had a YouTube page, they were like, yeah, so we want to send this to you. So they're sending it to me for free. I'm going to try it out and make a video about it. And if it works, I'm telling you guys got to go pick it up. It's our first, so Miley Store sponsors the comic book giveaway. And by the way, I got some stuff from them that I got to open up, that I'll be opening up here pretty soon because I got a couple hats from the Miley Store. And so I'll be doing a thing there because there's lots of cool stuff on the Miley Store that you can find. And that's Crush It here on the channel. So if you guys see Crush It he crushes it, man. He's part of the channel, and that's what I dig about him. That's why I'm happy to do it because he's part of the channel. He supports the channel just in all kinds of ways, financially and by watching stuff and really supporting the stuff. And like I said, he sent a whole stack of comic books for us to give away, and so go support Crush It. He's got a store called the Miley Store, and it's just really good stuff. So I got a couple things coming from there.
He explained it in here.
Crush It did?
No.
Oh.
J Money, his question that he had about his system.
Oh.
And Arkham Gaming says, is Titan Season 3 going to HBO Max or CW?
We don't know yet. I heard a rumor that they're getting ready to start filming. They're prepping for filming, that once they can film, they're going to film.
J Money says the fan has been going crazy on it. It sounds like a jet engine and I can't even play my games on it except one. When I try to start up a game, it immediately shuts off. I think it might be my heat sink, but I don't want to open it and break anything. It could be that I need it cleaned out and maybe need a better brand paste on the motherboard. Isaac says it's probably what it is. If it gets too hot, it'll force itself to shut down. That, or it may need to be cleaned in that area.
Mm-hmm. I can help you out with a Nintendo, with an NES. Get a little.
Just blow real hard?
Nope. That's actually bad for it.
Can of air.
I know we all do that, but even can of air, all that stuff is actually bad for it because it causes oxidation.
And then Darth says, does it make a clicking noise as well?
Oxidation? Causes oxidation. It causes oxidation on the.
Oxidization.
I thought it was just oxidation. Causes oxidation on the cartridge, on the gold part. So you have to take it apart, take it out. You get a special eraser. It's a special eraser that you use just for those gold contacts, and you just go over it until it's nice, bright, shiny, and bright. Then you put the stuff back on. You clean it all up really nice.
J Money says,
then it works
"LOL at
good.
Enosh with the NES. Blow the cartridge trick works every time."
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact I found out that it causes the oxidation on the gold contacts, and actually in the long run it makes it worse. And that's why cartridges get worse. But I've had some cartridges that they won't even play, and they're blinking and stuff at me all the time, or not even blinking. They just don't do anything. They don't even recognize. And I've cleaned them out. You use the thing to get the little screws off. You get the screws off, and then you take the motherboard out, which is really small, and you just use your eraser thing on there, and you get it all off. And then I use some alcohol and go over that with a Q-tip. And then I put the thing back in, make sure the whole cartridge is nice and clean, and then you pop it in, and it's like brand spanking anew.
Jeff says, "What is your favorite Star Trek movie?" Mine's The Wrath of Khan.
Oh boy, what was his favorite?
Wrath of Khan.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Wrath of Khan, but Wrath of Khan is the best Star Trek movie, bar just hands down. Who was who asked that question?
Jeff Clifford.
Oh, Jeff, you're a good guy. You got a good head on your shoulders with that one. My second favorite is just a guilty pleasure. Star Trek 4, Voyage Home. I know it's got the whales in it and everything, and they do that, but I hearken that movie back to a time back, because I think that movie came out in '86.
Space Whales?
Yeah, I think that movie came out in '86, and I went to the theater to see it. My grandma went to see it with me, and I just really loved it. I had a good time watching it, and I think I saw that movie twice in the theater. But I had a really good time with her watching that. And then, 5 or 6. Then I'd have to say 5. I have to say 5.
For sure.
Yep. So I'd go 2, 4, 5. And then it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 3.
You sound like a little kid trying to count.
2, 4, 5, 6, 3. But if we're just talking original series cast, then I'd have to go Generations, because that combines Next Generation and that. So if we're just talking the ones with the original series cast in it, that would be it with Star Trek the Motion Picture as number 6. But I will say this about Star Trek the Motion Picture. I love the concept of Star Trek the Motion Picture. I think it is brilliant. The fact that they've got V'ger in there, which is actually Voyager, the probe that we sent up, and a race of... It's got to be the Borg. I mean, they haven't said it's the Borg, but they might as well say it's the Borg. Found it and kind of reprogrammed it and sent it back out. Well, in doing so, it comes back and it wreaks havoc on the Earth, and well, not the Earth, it's coming for the Earth, but it wreaks havoc on anyone in its way, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And then they figure out that it's actually the Voyager satellite. But it's interesting. But so I love the concept. It's a great concept. Just I don't like the execution. There's like whole 15 minutes of them just looking out the window, or not the window, the view screen. You know, looking at colors and different things, and it's like that's where Star Wars got it right, with actually like stuff going on outside the ship, and the ship flying things and stuff like that. Star Trek 1 did not get that right. Now, they got it right with Star Trek 2, and they got it right in a big, huge way when they brought Khan back, but Star Trek 1 is a little rough.
I'm just smiling because now it's cute, because it's like now Jeff's time to shine when it comes to Star Trek, and Isaac and Darth are talking about video game stuff, because Arkham said, "Why is it taking so long for the price of the PS5 and Xbox Series X? They have to put out consoles on pre-order already." Isaac said, I'd say watch tons of videos on opening it. The fan should be close to the bottom. The fan or the motherboard may have dust and isn't cooling properly. It'll probably get announced this month. Arkham Gaming, I don't see us knowing in September when they'll come out in October or November. And then the Master Daily said, I've never seen Star Trek movies. What are they like? J Money's.
Whoa.
Hold on that for a second because
Okay.
there's a lot more stuff.
About Star Trek?
No, about just.
Well, shouldn't they answer the Star Trek question? Or what they're like for the next question? If we're talking Star Trek.
Well, okay. There's just.
So the original Star Trek movies from the original series is basically a continuation of the old school TV show. But it's just better. It's just, it's on the big screen. But Wrath of Khan, the second one, is heralded as is still to this day, out of all the Star Trek movies, Next Generation, First Generation, anybody, it's just the best. Because they literally brought back a character from the original series who was on a television episode, and they did a follow-up. That's what Wrath of Khan was. In the original series, Kirk and everything, Kirk and the crew, they found a guy named Khan, played by Ricardo Montalban. And they gave him. He was basically kind of a villain. He was a guy. He came from the year 1994, I believe. I believe it was 1994. He was on a ship called the Botany Bay, and he ended up falling in love with one of the women. They were frozen in space, and he ended up falling in love with one of the women on the crew, and she went with him. And so they left them on. Was it SETI Alpha 5 or SETI Alpha 6? I think they left them. They thought they left them on SETI Alpha 5. I think. Well, the thing is that they never followed up. Kirk could have prevented the entire thing, but Kirk never followed up. Never went to go see if they were okay. They never sent any ships there or anything because there was nobody else on the planet but them. And that's why they gave them the planet, because they figured that there was a race of it was a race of genetically engineered people, and so that's what they did. They left them there. They never followed up with them. Well, guess what? A star, I think a star supernova or something like that, and it sent the whole planet out of kilter, and so it created a huge, just stormy planet. Think like Jupiter or something like that with stormy planets, and imagine trying to survive in that. And so nobody ever came to save him, and so then Kirk comes back around that way for something else, and well, it wasn't Kirk. I'm sorry, it wasn't Kirk. Chekhov was aboard the USS Reliant, and they all started checking on this stuff. Well, come to find out, they accidentally found Khan, and Khan was ticked that they never came back to search for him, and that he felt that Kirk intentionally screwed him over, and so. So that's how that was started.
Just
but
open Pandora's box, and we're not gonna get to our crab legs if you can start.
Well, in the movies, there's great comedy in them, but there's a great story. And if you watch them all, literally from 1 to 6, so you got Star Wars the Motion Picture, Star Wars 2 The Wrath of Khan, Star Wars 3 The Search for Spock, Star Wars, Star Trek the Motion Picture, Star Trek 2 The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 3 The Search for Spock, Star Trek 4 the Voyage Home, Star Trek 5
Nice, Jeff.
The Final Frontier, and Star Trek 6 The Undiscovered Country. Those are just great movies, and you'll get to know the crew. They go in succession. So if you watch, I once watched them all in order at the movie theater. It was a 12-hour thing along with Star Trek Generations, which is after Star Trek 6. They did this one called Generations, which combined the original series people with the Next Generation and kind of passed the baton. And then the Next Generation, I think, had 4 movies of their own. And so, yeah, those first 6 are amazing. They're really, really good, and I really enjoy them. And you like I say, you see the story progress from first to last really well. Okay. What was that?
Master Daily said, so is Star Wars or Star Trek better? And Jeff said, I have always been a Trekkie, so I'm biased.
Who said that?
Jeff.
Yeah, so here's the thing. They're both very special to me. Star Wars, though, is just, now see, like if you look back here, beyond Tiffany's head, I have Star Trek figures. I've got Star Trek guys, and I've got the bridge of the Enterprise D from Next Generation. So Star Trek is very special to me, especially those movies. The movies are especially that's my favorite part of Trek is the original series movies, those 6 movies altogether. That's my favorite Trek, right there. Even more so than watching the TV show, which I can watch the TV show and I enjoy the TV show, but even more so than that, I do like Star Trek Enterprise with Scott Bakula as captain.
Scott Bakula.
And Next Generation was awesome to watch on TV as well.
Did he leap?
No, that would have been cool though if they had done an episode like that. Oh, that would have been sweet.
Space leap.
Yep. But I got to go with Star Wars just because Star Wars is more. It's more my childhood. You know, it's more something that I was raised with, and definitely connected with much younger. So it's pretty simple.
There's some cool stuff happening here.
Really.
They were talking about the, because Gavin said, do you like British TV shows? Isaac and Darth are kind of like troubleshooting J Money's issue.
Oh, good.
And said, you know, take it to a local shop, and it's not under warranty. He took it back. He took it to Sony. It came back with the issue. Jeff said my second is 6, The Undiscovered Country.
It's a good one.
Darth said, J Money, I took it to my friend. It popped it out for like 5 minutes and it worked just fine. J Money said, that's awesome. You have a friend like that. Gavin said, if I start walking now, can I play your Miss Pac-Man arcade game, please?
Jeff said that?
No, Gavin.
Oh, Gavin.
Sorry, I pet the dog.
It might take you a while to get here.
Well, he did. He said later down here, he says, it should only take me about 5 years to get there, Tiff. Sorry, I pet the dog and I have dog hair on my face. Isaac, he told Isaac, J Money did, he says, yeah, Isaac, I've been resisting talking about it, but there are skins coming out in Fortnite, and he has no other way to sign on except for the system.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked Fortnite. Darth says at J Money, this is what I think is kind of cool. He says, let me see if I can get a hold of my boy, and maybe we can set up a video chat, and he can talk you through how to fix it. It's been a while since I've talked to him.
Look at there, bringing people together. Look there, bringing people together.
So
I love it.
J Money said, thanks, Darth. Darth said, J Money, anytime you see me online, ask me about it. He said, okay. Isaac said, I'm excited for both of these two, meaning the Fortnite stuffs. And then there's someone called Excuse Us While We Talk Movie Reviews. Enosh. Spelled Enoch. Do you think it's a good idea to have a brand new movie, new story in Star Wars history?
Do I think that it's what?
Good idea to have a brand new movie story in the Star Wars history.
Always. Always. I mean, I'm always up for new Star Wars. It's going to be good. I mean, I don't want it to end. You know, there's always going to be different stories to tell.
Aw, thank you.
There's always going to be different stories to tell.
Excuse Us While We Talk Movie Reviews says, also want to say I'm glad I fell into your channel. I appreciate your thoughts on comics, toys, and movies. You have a new subscriber.
Awesome. Who's that?
Excuse Us While We Talk Movie Reviews is what they're called.
Excuse us. Welcome. No excuse needed.
No, excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm sorry I have a headache tonight and that I'm not, but that's awesome. Thank you so much. Like I say, one subscriber at a time.
Heck yeah.
We get there. And I appreciate you for sure.
And then Jeff said, unfortunately by the time
I'm going to check out your channel too because what's called
their name is called Excuse Us While We Talk Movie Reviews.
Absolutely. So I'm assuming you do movie reviews. So I would love to hear some of your movie reviews.
And they said,
you guys, I'll go check out Excuse Us While We Do Movie Reviews.
Talk.
Well, I can't see it.
Excuse us.
Excuse us.
While we talk. Movie reviews.
Movie reviews.
And they
Excuse us
said,
while we
thanks,
talk movie
man, no
reviews.
problem, I appreciate it.
Excuse us while we talk movie reviews. Go check them out and subscribe to them.
And Excuse Us says,
We got your back. I may not know your name yet, but
while
we'll get
I'm
you back.
on Come Up, I have to set it up.
Gotcha.
Jeff said, unfortunately, by the time I get into Star Trek, The Next Generation had ended, so started watching Voyager and was hooked.
Voyager was good too. That the whole will they, won't they get home thing.
Gavin said, Enosh, Cash App.
Enosh Cash App. Enosh Fett. ENOSH FETT. All the links are in our to all that. We got PayPal, which is just enoshmusic@hotmail.com. Cash App. I mean, we don't expect anybody to give, but if you want to give, we'll definitely take it. Also, don't forget, there's also there's T-shirts. We got new T-shirts too. We got new shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of. We got masks.
Isaac and J Money are nerding out over Fortnite.
Nice. We got masks in Poindexter Lounge. We've got a bunch of fun stuff in there. So you can find all that stuff in the links or in the description.
And then Darth Tasty says Star Wars Episode XXXCBI.
The Rise of Rey, where they bring her back from the dead. Again.
So if she's
For the
old and
36th
she has
time.
a walker, is she a Skywalker?
No, she's walking on the ground.
She's walking on sunshine. And then Isaac's talking video games.
Nice.
He says, I don't have any exclusives yet, J Money. That's why I'm hoping that we get more info on the new Switch exclusive tonight. And I hope online members get it, because Isaac is an online member.
Nice.
And then Excuse Us says, she'll never be a Skywalker, LOL. Pop Culture Caleb says, hey Enosh, are y'all getting the new Avengers game when it launches next month?
I don't know if the boys want it, I guess.
Well, we have a family Xbox
Mm-hmm.
S. Is it? It was the newest one before the newest one came out. Or no, the X hasn't come out yet. They're pre-ordering. And then each boy has a Switch, and I have my own Switch because I play.
And I've got an NES and an Intellivision. Apparently,
I play Animal Crossing. That's why I have my.
I'm trying to hook up with Max tomorrow, Mad Max, because apparently Intellivision has a big announcement tomorrow regarding a system about their Amico. And so I've got my old school Intellivision along with a bunch of games. So I'm an old school gamer. Plus I got my my upright video games, my arcade games. So, which I gotta contact Mustache.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott works on my machines. Cash App, if you want to see me get a Star Wars pinball machine. That's my dream thing actually, is that I get the Star Wars pinball machine. It was made by Data East, and it's fantastic, but it's expensive. The least though that I've seen it is like about $3,200. I did find one for about $3,200, but I don't know how much needed to be done to it. They said it was perfect, that it was fine. The last one I found was a guy who was actually only an hour away from us. I found two really close. I found one a half hour away, and that was $3,200, but there was no way because I didn't have the money. And then I found another one that the guy was willing to take payments, but it was like $8,000. And I was like, I'm not spending $8,000 on a pinball machine. Like, you buy a car for that. I'd get a car first. Lord knows I need something to replace the van, but eventually. But yeah, so, but it's a super sweet pinball machine. I grew up with it. You can look it up.
Structured settlement. You need cash now.
I don't have a structured settlement though, but I do need cash now. So maybe if I call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. 877 cash now. Do you have an annuity and you need cash now?
Do you have your thought? Because Excuse Us has something I think you're like.
Do I have my thought?
Finish your thought that you were talking.
Oh.
'cause you-
Yeah, I guess I'm done.
Excuse Us said.
He's got a Data East pinball machine?
No. Oh, and J Money also said, oh, Enosh, I don't know if you saw, but now Jody is going after Jay Washington and John Roca, formerly of Collider. I guess they spoke out against him too.
Yeah, because John Roca retweeted Ray Fisher's tweet about me. So yeah, I was part of that a little bit. I didn't know Jay Washington did, but I knew that I'm gonna have to look that up about Jay Washington. But John Roca did. I should have John Roca on.
Excuse Us said, hearing you talk about your childhood movie, I watch one of mine. A couple of days ago, Masters of the Universe. The guy who plays Skeletor did an amazing job. I can watch it over and over.
John Langella, or is it John?
Skeletor, not He-Man.
No, I know. It's Langella, but I'm trying to think what his first name was. I think it's John. He played Perry White in Superman Returns.
Oh, nice.
Yep, he played Perry White in Superman Returns. John Langella. I think it was John Langella. Got her smiling.
Well, because Master Daly said 877 Enosh Cash now. And then Jeff said love Animal Crossing. So, yay. Me, Isaac, and Logan all play it. Which is funny because my island is called Quinzel Island. Quin-Zell.
You know what game I play? I play the YouTube game, where
Yeah,
where you stream as long as you possibly can without passing out. Getting videos out.
Well, when you sleep in your computer chair.
Right?
I'm getting ready for work and I'm like, okay, I can't leave the dogs out. Where's Enosh? Sleep in his computer chair.
I fell asleep in my computer chair last night after talking
2
with,
nights in a row.
After talking with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Which, like,
how great was that?
I was like, hey, happy anniversary. Your room is open because I got to go to work.
How great was that interview last night? Oh my gosh. If he actually agrees to do a show with me occasionally, that'd be so sweet.
Fucking video games. Darth says keep pushing that Cash App, you'll get there. Jeff said I would love to get the vintage X-Men arcade machine. Excuse us while we talk says wow, I did not know that. Master Daly said yeah, people that want to play on the computer won't get Spider-Man. Oh, that was about another. Excuse us says great interview by the way. And Isaac says I play a wide range of games. J Money says Enosh, apparently Jay Washington and John Roca, formerly of Collider, said something about Jody, and Jody was mad enough to make a video about them, lol.
Well, of course he is, because he's
Isn't
pathetic.
that what he does?
I'm not going to say too much about it, but look, the guy's pathetic. The whole thing is pathetic. Just is what it is.
J Money, or no, I'm sorry, I just read his.
Just over
Excuse us says, I am surprised you don't have a toy show. I would definitely watch.
Well, I do toy reviews. And I've been meaning to start up something. Well, that's.
Well, didn't that start off as the toy room?
Yeah, I used to do a show called The Toy Room. You can find it. There's actually a playlist, and so all of my toy reviews that I do are in that playlist. Who said that?
Excuse us.
Excuse us. Yeah. So all of my toy reviews are in a playlist called The Toy Room. But after talking with Robert Meyer Burnett last night, we may end up doing a toy show. And I need to do a toy show. I've actually toyed around.
He gonna send you some free stuff so we can like take a break from the bank?
No.
Oh, you should have him send you stuff.
But well, he doesn't have stuff. I mean, he's buying stuff for himself.
Oh.
He's a collector just like me. That's why we're talking about doing a show. It's not like he works for a place that sells toys. He buys toys the same place as I do. We were talking about where we ordered our toys from. So, but no, I've been toying around with the idea of doing a show called Toy Stories and talking about toys.
Darth says I just watched Film Gobs. The truth about Jodie's Corner earlier was absolutely disgusted. I pretty much stayed away from that whole thing, but this one popped up into my video suggestions. Jeff said my childhood movie, which I still love today, is The Never Ending Story.
Oh, great movie.
Jordan,
Call my name. My favorite thing from that was.
it's right in my ear.
Sorry, my favorite thing from that was. They look like big, strong.
You're scaring the dog.
They look
You're scaring the dog.
like big,
Both
strong
of them. Dad, why are you talking like that?
hands. It's great Great movie.
Daddy, you okay?
I'm okay, buddy. I'm okay, sweetie.
You're talking like a bad guy.
But they look like big, strong hands. Because they are big, strong hands. And they can give you loves.
Jordan says, speaking of Jody, he's back on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, he did. He never left.
Darth says that stream was incredible. Excuse me says, I stopped watching him. He lost me. All he does is bash people and complain. I don't want to hear that, so I unsubscribed from him.
Who's that?
Jody.
No, I mean, who is it?
Excuse us.
Way to go, excuse us.
Gavin said, get that Brandon Routh interview or John Wesley Shipp interview.
Hey, you guys, do me a favor. Tweet out to Brandon Routh.
Okay, no, dude, that's my bladder.
Tweet out to Brandon Routh and Ray Fisher. And who else did they say?
John Wesley Shipp.
And John Wesley Shipp.
He's on Twitter.
I know, I've tweeted them all. Well, I haven't tweeted John Wesley Shipp yet. But I've tweeted Brandon Routh and I've tweeted Ray Fisher.
I follow John Wesley Shipp on Twitter.
You guys tweet them out. Tell them that they need to be on the Poindexter Lounge. Tell them. Do it. Do it. Let's just keep doing it. Like keep doing it. Let's start a campaign. There's almost 10,000 of us now. We can get some.
Excuse us says, sorry for all the questions, but what are your thoughts on Robin Williams' movie Toys? I loved it growing up.
Oh, that was a good movie. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen that movie like twice in my life, but I remember I liked it. I remember I liked it. It's been a long time. I loved Robin Williams.
I liked the one when he was a little kid and he was like in that box going down the stairs. He's just done so many great movies. I love a lot of his movies.
Robin Williams was a treasure, and it's so unfortunate that we lost him when we did.
Well, and
because he could do
the way
silly.
That we did, but he also was dealing with his medical issues and he didn't want to go. Not condoning it, just
shows you guys always. It just shows you, just like Bruce here.
Plus, he dealt with depression on top.
Jenner Custom Toys here on the channel when he comes on and stuff. He's always talking about, check on people, just ask people how they're doing, check on people that you don't talk to on a regular basis, but that you love and that you care about,
Well, it was not only the medical diagnosis that he was given that he didn't want to deal with getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
But he even was very public about his battle with depression and how he's like, I can be the funniest person in the room and all these movies, but you don't see, that's the mask I'm putting on.
Well, exactly.
So you deal with depression and a medical diagnosis like that.
He was such a good actor. Such a good actor. I mean, look at him in 1 Hour Photo.
Well, he could play the bad guy, but then he could play, my favorite is, the genie in Aladdin, and then he could be Captain.
But he was so
in a Cook.
creepy.
He was Peter Pan.
He was so creepy though. In 1 Hour Photo, we got to watch 1 Hour Photo with the boys.
Yeah,
because they like scary, suspenseful movies. So.
But I mean, I think he did so great. He was in, was it that The Line or just was it the movie Good Morning Vietnam? He was in Patch Adams. He's got all these different types that I just love.
Well, here's one for you that you probably forgot.
I loved him in Hook.
You see, you're mentioning all those movies. What about Popeye?
Well, yeah.
He was Popeye.
I've watched
movie's a bit high concept, but
healthy doses of that because my dad has always been a Popeye fan.
It's a musical.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying it's pretty high concept, but it's really good.
I got Mork and Mindy stuff in my living room.
We do. We're looking at a plush Mork and Mindy.
The only 3 toys they made of Mork and Mindy you have for me.
I do. Actually, I think there's one more. But I'm trying. They made a Mindy. I don't have the Mindy.
J Money says, yeah, it was John. Is it Langella?
Yeah, John Langella. Yeah.
She was Perry White on Superman Returns. Excuse us, that's a great movie, is what Darth Tasty said. Masters Daily said, Yash, do you like the MCU?
Who asked that?
Apparently the dog learned how to open the door, unless that was the bathroom door. Hopefully he didn't leave the toilet seat up because she likes to drink the water. Harley. Freaking Quinn.
Who asked if I like the MCU?
Masters Daily.
Masters Daily, I do like the MCU. I would even say I love the MCU. It's just that I'm a DC guy, too. I mean, like I'm a DC guy first, I should say. I love the MCU. I like what they're doing. There's a lot of stuff in the MCU that I don't like. That I think that they could have done better. But I agree that I understand that the MCU is the MCU and the DCEU is the DCEU, and so I don't worry about it. But I am a little concerned going forward. Hey Harley, no, I am concerned going forward a little bit with the MCU because I feel like they almost have to rebuild from the start, because even though that they've gained a lot of trust from people, one, it's going on a long time since between movies, one, and then two, not only that, but when you take into consideration that like nobody knows what an Eternals is, there's just a lot of things that people don't know about the MCU and where it's going and stuff, and I think people are going to react a little weird to the Thor stuff if it turns out that if it really turns out that they try to replace Thor with Jane Foster as Thor.
My battery's dying.
That's going to be a bad. I mean, what do you think of that, Tiff? Of them, I mean, I know it's canon, I know it's story. Don't
Doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Beyond that, I mean,
My phone's about to die. There's a lot of questions.
Do you want to see that, Tiff?
Honestly, no, because I like Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and I know he's not going to be that forever, but you have to get the right person. You get the right character. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's going to be interesting. Might have to turn that around. I don't think it registered in your phone. Oh, there you go. Good, good, good.
J Money says it was great seeing Robert on your show. He was actually allowed to talk. He loved it, lol. Darth says I was afraid of the G-Mork big time. G-Mork? Unless he's talking Mork.
Probably.
Excuse us says got you, buddy. Jordan says get to the chopper. Master Daly said even Palpatine's doing it. Meaning, telling everybody. G Money says I might want to do a more adult version of the toy room and do reviews. Wink, wink, LMAO. Jordan says, oh my.
More adult version of the toy room?
Excuse us said, so I heard you said you were a musician.
I am.
The 1980s Transformers movie soundtrack is sick.
Oh, it is.
Stan Bush killed it.
Transformers! More than meets the eye.
Says of course, you got the touch, you got the power.
You got the touch! You got the power!
Good night, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. Can't get too high because my head is pounded.
Arkham Gaming says, do you think the rumor is wrong that Barbara Gordon is going to replace Terry in the Batman Beyond movie?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense because in the comics she's the commissioner.
Doesn't make any sense. That rumor, I think that rumor's actually already been debunked. That's an old.
Jeff said live long and prosper and sent this emoji.
Right back at you, Jeff. And then if you do this, see, you go from this to this, then it's nanu.
Excuse us said we need a new short circuit movie, by the way.
That would be cool. I like Short Circuit.
And Excuse us also said I'm 36. The movies in the 80s, early 90s had so much substance and rewatchability, and I can make a list, but it's too long.
Classics. I grew up in the 80s, man. Classics.
Jetfire says I checked out of the MCU after Age of Ultron. Darth said yes, new Short Circuit. Excuse us said Jane Foster will have to be CGI because unless Natalie bulls up, she's too small to wield Mjolnir.
Well, hold on.
Bulks up, sorry.
What's that?
Unless Natalie bulks up, she's too small to wield.
But hold on, because wielding Mjolnir doesn't have anything to do with your size. It's whether or not you're worthy. Remember, it doesn't have anything to do with your strength. It has to do with whether you're worthy. So you could be tiny.
Master Daly said the MCU is way better after Age of Ultron. Darth said from Never Ending Story, the Gamork. G-A-M-O-R. Okay.
Oh, the Gamork. Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
The ACS Universe says, what's good, Enosh?
What's up, ACS Universe? What's good? Star Wars. Oh yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, and hey, thanks for inviting me on your stream tonight. Definitely hit me back up for another stream. It's just that I had to do this stream. So I got off one stream and did this stream.
Jetfire says we need a Neil Blomkamp directed cyborg movie.
Ooh. Who said that?
Jetfire.
Jetfire coming in with a hot take. A Blomkamp. Oh my gosh. A Blomkamp cyborg movie. Are you thinking like horror type? Oh, that's Blumhouse. Yeah. Well, it's Blomkamp. Yeah, that's Blomkamp. Oh my gosh. That's a hot take.
And then Jordan said a Johnny Quest movie in the style of Incredibles.
That's a Ginsburg hot take.
ACS Universe said...
I'm sorry, what was the last comment?
Jordan said a Johnny Quest movie in the style of The Incredibles.
That'd be cool.
And the ACS Universe, it was like 3 down, but it says and wife. Excuse us, said Johnny Quest sounds good, Jordan. ACS Universe said I will, bro. And then Masters Day said I gotta go. So Enosh, I hope your headache is gone. And I hope you guys like your vacation. See you guys in the next stream.
All right. Well, hey guys, we got through it. We got through it. We always do. Thank you, Tifftastic. For those of you who are new, I know you haven't seen a lot of the lovely Tifftastic.
Because he does the streams at like the wee hours of the night, and I'm a night owl, but I can't be a night owl when I have to get up at 6 a.m. at the butt crack of dawn for work.
But we got a fun video coming out about us. We got the kids together before they left for the week, and we did a reaction video to us doing a reaction, our first reaction of Justice League the night we got home from seeing Justice League.
It was hilarious.
And it was hilarious. And we're gonna do some more of those because those were fun. All right.
ACS Universe said happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And so we got more stuff to look forward to. Like I said, tweet out to Brandon Routh, tweet out to Ray Fisher, tweet out to let's do this. Come on, let's do this, nerd family. Let's what's his name? John Wesley Shipp. Let's get him on the show. We got Robert Meyer Burnett and we got Film Gob. I used to watch Film Gob all the time. I know Film Gob is like in with the group that I'm with and stuff. But for me that was a good get. Because I like Film Gob, and Film Gob's been around for a while. And but I mean the Robert Meyer Burnett thing, holy cow! It was so. Let me just tell you how surreal it was to turn my computer on and
hello, Jetfire.
Yes, Jetfire.
He said hello, Miss Poindexter.
Great name, by the way. Oh, we didn't even talk about.
And Gavin said, "Please, can I be a mod for you?"
I thought I made you a mod, Gavin. Okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. What about?
Money has another question.
What about the new Transformers, guys? Have you seen Transformers: Siege of Cybertron? Holy crap! Tiff, Generation 1 Transformers. CGI like animation, but Generation 1 looking Transformers. They look like they're supposed to look. Holy cow! Just goes to show you they could have made that movie after all.
Excuse us that I would love to see you do an interview of Ray Fisher Borg Life. J Money said 80s soundtracks are awesome.
The only thing I think that he might not do it is just because of I think he may be concerned that I might ask him about the whole Jody's Corner thing, and I just want to talk to him. So Ray, if you ever watch this, I just want to talk to you, bro. I'm so done with that whole, just all those people on that. In that whole thing between Jody and Andy, I'm just done with that thing, and we're moving on, and we're ignoring the hate.
J Money says 80s soundtracks are awesome. Do you think Wonder Woman 84 soundtrack will have 80s sounding music besides her official theme?
Oh heck yeah, it already does. It has what was the song that was on there? What's the song? How does it feel? But that was a redo. But
Excuse us says it's cool, but Prime is a wimp in it. LOL.
So far, yeah, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. So no spoilers. but I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm on episode 3.
ACS Universe said, yo, we talked the Star Wars discussion on my live stream. Gonna be epic.
Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Awesome.
Excuse Us said, that's forget Jody, that's toxic.
Yep. You guys are here now. You guys came here. Now let's support the good stuff.
J Money says, yo, cyborg movie idea. The Ray Fisher mentioned Justice Con would be awesome with Blumkamp. Gavin said, I would not let you down when you make me a mod. Thanks. Enosh, or excuse us, said Enosh, one question.
Okay.
And that's where it was left. And then Giovanni Cerna said, is it true the next Spider-Man is going to have the Sinister Six in it?
I don't think the next Spider-Man will have Sinister Six, but Sony is definitely going to build up to it. They're definitely wanting to do Sinister Six, so yes, eventually. Not the next movie though. The next couple movies, I think that they're going to try to really connect. Yeah, I know. They're really going to try to connect Venom because they want to connect those movies in a big way. It's crazy that we were supposed to have Morbius this last week. I was talking to Robert Meyer Burnett about that. Like, I can't believe that movie was supposed to come out this week. But they're really going to want to.
Should have already had Wonder Woman also.
I know. Well, yeah, that should have been like way back. But yeah, I'm just they want to try to connect Spider-Man with the rest of that Spider-Verse with Venom and Morbius and whatever else that they get coming out of there, so that once he's done in the MCU, at least for the time being, they can connect him with that and start the Sinister Six stuff.
Excuse us, the one question they have for you.
The one question.
Says, can you please do a show on a greatest movie score? Can be cartoons, movies, or action, because that BVS Beautiful Lie is great.
There are so many good movie scores, and I'll tell you what. I mean, how do you pick one? I mean, because you got Star Wars, right, with awesome themes. You got like Superman.
You can do like top 10, top 20, where it's like a video that's not live, that's clipped together. Where
That's
you
true.
Can do
Like
your own
Superman,
thing.
you got Jaws. I mean, how simple is Jaws? But it's so awesome. But then you got stuff like Tron Legacy.
Even Man of Steel fighting song is good. Excuse us, said.
Yeah, I mean Tron Legacy, but with.
And J Money says you need to make me a mod, my man.
You got it, J Money. Tron Legacy. But you know what? You know it's one of my
Ace
favorites.
Universe said, yo, the Transformers, the movie soundtrack.
I'm just gonna say, best one. And here's your homework if you haven't seen it. Jazz Singer. Jazz Singer, starring Neil Diamond.
Hello, my friend.
Friend, hello. Just called to let you know I couldn't sleep at all tonight, but I know it's late. I couldn't wait. Hello.
We actually have the album cover in our room.
We do. That's a great movie. It's one of my
But
favorite
that's
movies of all
also
time.
one of the first movies that you introduced me to when we started dating.
That's right. I played that movie. If you guys haven't seen, I need to download that movie and I'm going to download that video and I'm going to post it on the YouTube channel because it's not on the YouTube channel of how I proposed to you.
That's the song that actually got me tearing up because the other ones seem to be, that just happens to be a coincidence. But when that song started playing, that's what got me tearing up because I knew something was up.
It was epic. Big time. Big time. But yeah.
Giovanni Cerna just said singing skills 1,000%.
Thank you. That's a great album. I mean, because it's got like Hello. It's got everywhere around the world they come into America. Every time that flag's unfurled,
And
they come
sparkly.
They come into America. Got a dream to take them there. They come into America. Got a dream they want to share. They come into America. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. of the icing.
Darth says, I thought your proposal video was on YouTube because I've
Is it?
seen it. Maybe you posted it on Facebook a few months ago. It was definitely epic.
Darth Tasty said that? I think it's on Facebook. I don't think it's on YouTube.
Every time it pops up in our thing, we always post it.
Yep.
Excuse us said, Arkham, just wait on the X-Men and Fantastic Four to be presented. ACS Universe said, so it wasn't the Sean Connery impersonation. Excuse us said, there's so many characters in both DC and Marvel, you can't go wrong. It's a good era to be a comic.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And then Darth talked
Yeah,
about
if you're a positive person and you're oh, he likes when I rub his neck. If you're a positive person right now, you got a lot to love. Because Robert, he really hit the nail on the head. Look, there's so much
on the nose.
What's that? Yeah. That's an old joke. Robert hit the nail on the head last night. He said, he says, look, if you're looking, he said, I'm paraphrasing here, but basically he said, if you want to find something negative about something, we were talking about toys, right? And stop.
She's throwing down. She's like, come at me, bro.
But here's the thing. If you want to find something negative, you'll always be able to find something negative. But think about this. He said, toys are better now than they ever were. Like, seriously, some people, they'll trash on toys, and I know that I've seen a couple comments about, a couple of things when we were talking about toys last night. Because we spent the first hour just talking about toys, Tiff. Just talking about toys. But the thing is, and I get it, look, there's gripes that we can have if you're a toy collector that's like, you don't like this, you don't like that. But also, at the same time, you have to acknowledge this is the greatest time. I mean, now nostalgia, will take you back to old toys for sure. But as far as like quality of toys, quality of toys has gone way up, and we're getting some of the best toys we've ever seen right now. And it's the same way in everything. I mean, we're getting the best of everything. Pop culture and movies and movies that we've wanted to see our entire lives and characters and things like that. So if you're a positive person and you're not like say for example, if you're not like a DC person that just hates Marvel and you're just like, I'm just gonna hate Marvel and I'm not gonna like anything Marvel, or vice versa. If you're a Marvel fan and you're just like, I'm just gonna hate anything DC, right? Or if you're just like, well, I'm just gonna hate Star Wars because I didn't like this or I didn't like that. Well, then it's gonna be easy for you to find the negative. But it's amazing when you're a fan and you can find the positive. So, I think my headache just broke because all of a sudden it's like I think it was singing actually. I think it got some blood flow to my head because wow. Have you ever just had a headache break like that? It just
Not often.
No, it's
My
usually you end up having go to sleep and stuff like that. You gotta go to sleep, but that just like singing there just. Neil Diamond.
The last couple of weeks, I've had
Neil Diamond healed me.
migraines. I actually went to bed with it, woke up with it, had it for the entire day, and I can't stand those.
Sorry, baby.
And then we can leave on this just because it's going into my
Yes, we gotta get some food.
Excuse us said like Stanley said to all the true believers, which I am.
Absolutely, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for supporting us and for loving us, and we love you guys right back. And everyone who's new. We look forward to loving on you as well, and can't help it. That's how we roll. A lot of love going on in this place, and so speaking of love, I like your smile. Speaking of love, it's time to go celebrate with some crab legs. Oh, I think so, Seamus.
You said crab legs and Harley's like, we're doing what now?
Not you.
It's not your anniversary.
Guys, so you gave it a 9. I gave it an 8.5.
Isaac gave it an 8 to 8.5.
Good episode. All right, guys. So we just a little hint on the way back. We're stopping by Metropolis, Illinois, and we're gonna shoot some footage in Metropolis, Illinois for videos and stuff like that. Home of Superman.
Thank you, Darth.
What did Darth say?
Darth said migraines are the worst. Get them all the time. Good night, everyone. Go celebrate your awesome life.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. You rock. Till next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with the lovely.
Tip-tastic.
And it's Tip, not Tips. That's a algorithm thing, the caption thing Jody tried to.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Jody tried to say that the algorithm thing didn't work because somebody posted a video that said, when I said the lovely Tiff-tastic, it just said, and my wife the lovely Tips.
Tiff-tastic isn't in like the regular vernacular of things that should show up.
Exactly. That's why that worked that way. Because Enosh Fett is not a normal name either, but they are. So.
ACS Universe said, enjoy the evening. We'll be in touch. Happy anniversary.
Sounds good, guys. Until next time, for the dogs and me and Tiff.
And the deer, apparently.
And the deer outside. Stay nerdy. Say goodnight, Tiff.
Good night, Tiff.
Say goodnight, Wook.
Hi. Hi, handsome. Well, hi there, pretty girl.